Welcome to the Reality Bytes podcast.
I went down and visited Skeeva.
And I got to see that maple leaf tattoo on Todd's ass.
Really? He showed you that? He hasn't even showed me that.
Let me smack it.
We've had so many people DMing us and leaving comments on our YouTube videos about how terrible Trombone Champ's going to do and the company's going to go bankrupt. To see it do so well on launch day was just like, you know what? That guy can kiss my ass.
You look, you lose 85 pounds, you shave your beard, you put some glasses on, people are like, oh, it's not even, they don't look like you anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck? Get fat in your beard, damn it.
Like, he's already biased because he didn't get what he wanted. He wanted Alien Isolation. If you want Alien Isolation, asshole, go play Alien Isolation. I very firmly believe that there's many games out there that are ethically great flat games that are absolutely better in VR. Not every game. What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Tuesday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Reality Bytes. We are a weekly, not VR, we are a weekly tech show that talks about anything you want to know in life. But if you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on the favorite podcast platform of your choice. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my proud Canadian compadre who apologizes so often. Even his dog says sorry for pooping outside. He's the only one here who knows what the hell a toque is and lives in a place where the weather forecast says bring a snowsuit to go golfing in August. Todd Jackson.
Hi diddly ho diddly.
Hi diddly ho diddly, my friend. How you doing?
I'm excellent.
It is very cold in the great northeast of the United States, but I think it's pretty cold out where you are in the great northwest.
Definitely colder here. Yeah.
Definitely colder there. We'll talk some weather. It's moving crazy out there. It's been crazy. But now, to my man from the steamy Arizona desert, but right now, he's only has cold in his heart and a steely eye for killing snowbreed. He's a 6'7" zombie-killing teddy bear. Skeeva, what's up, man?
What's happening, my dude? That's right. I love killing me some zombies.
I do like killing some zombies, but you know what I like killing even more, apparently, is that opening. What the fuck did I just do there?
I know.
I get in the middle of that. Great. Like, where am I going with this? Because the problem is I can't say we're a weekly VR talk show anymore. So when
it's like ingrained in your brain to say that every time.
Literally, when I got to the point to say, what is going on, everybody? How are we doing this fine, Tuesday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Reality Bytes. We are a weekly VR talk show or podcast that airs live every Thursday. I'm like, I don't know what to say anymore. What are we? Are we a tech podcast or a VR podcast?
Variety show.
A variety show? We're a variety show? What am I going to juggle next?
A variety podcast.
A variety show.
It's on the list. Skeeva juggling. It's right there.
Is it coming soon? Is it the Skeeva juggling show? Yeah, I mean, no, it completely threw me off, guys. Like literally, I had all these great openings planned for you, especially with Todd's apologizing dog. I'm like, that made me laugh when I wrote it. Like, this is pretty funny, actually. And I had all this great thing planned, and I get to the point where we're no longer a VR podcast or a talk show, and I don't know how to say it anymore. What have I been saying recently? Have I been saying VR?
No, I think tech podcast is what you've been saying.
I don't think I've been saying tech. I've been saying VR.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch and see what you've been saying.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm so used to you saying VR podcast. You could say it and it would just be normal. I wouldn't even think about it.
We're having a bit of an identity, or I'm having a bit of an identity crisis with this show. I don't know.
It's because you're wearing the shirt. That's why.
It is. I am wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
Probably for the last time ever, because I think we talked about it last show. We're saying goodbye to Q2C, forever. It's going to be a sad goodbye. I mean, we'll keep the memorabilia and have it all, but like literally the show name is gone. Like the show name is already gone. We're already Reality Bytes, but like the channel name is going to change now too. Like we had thought for a while, hey, we'll keep Q2C, but I guess it doesn't just make a lot of sense to keep Q2C anymore. And we've kind of graduated on from that. So yeah, I figured I'd wear the throwback,
Looks good.
God, it's on the sleeve and everything, like VR Gamer on the sleeve.
Remember about that? Yeah.
Oh man, I love this shirt. We had some cool logos. Like I remember when we came. Remember the original Q2C logo? Do you have something there with the original one on it?
I do. It's upstairs, but I can find one here.
Oh, it was a goofy logo. Skeeva, do you remember the original one before we went to this?
No.
There was an original one. Like if there's some people in the chat that have been here from the beginning, like we had the original Q2C logo was a little funky.
I
It
want
was
to
really
see.
funky, actually. Yeah.
I mean, I think I saw it back then. I just don't remember it.
We tried to do like a Q inside of a C. It was a big circle, and like it was just weird. Who came up with that, Todd? Was that you?
Yeah, shut up.
It was just a little weird, man. It was cool back then. We're like, God damn, this is a cool logo.
That's when Todd used to try to come up with things. Now he just throws it all in the Gemini.
He does too. Everything's AI, Todd. Like literally, it's like
Eric legs.
Every time he shows me, I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's I know that's AI, but like it's pretty good. I have to admit, every time you show me something, like even the thumbnails, I'm like, man, that's pretty good. I'm like, the thumbnail doesn't look like my body. It just looks like my head, and like Skeeva's body is a little deformed, and sometimes
And my head's not right either.
No, I mean, sometimes it makes us look, but like I'm like, that still looks pretty good.
Yeah,
it still looks pretty good.
That's how.
But yeah, while you're looking that up, I mean, it's pretty cool. We're kind of going to say goodbye to Q2C full time everywhere with everything, Steve, with Reality Bytes, which you get to enjoy now and then be a part of, and it's going to be pretty cool. I think we're talking. I want to start doing some streaming again on Saturdays, especially because now I'm in love with Ark Raiders, which we're going to talk about tonight, and. I'll stream VR because I love VR, and we'll do some of that. But I want to just be able to sit on camera and stream some Ark Raiders, so people can watch me play, and I can talk to chat and stuff like that, and definitely do that too. And maybe we can all get in there on a Saturday night and play for a little bit, because I've been, you guys have both been playing with me a little bit. Or Todd, you haven't played with me yet, but you played on your own. But me and Steve played together a couple times.
Yeah, you guys played while I was away, right?
We did, yeah. I think, did we play right before, and then we played again while you were away? I think we played twice, right, Skeeva? We had 2 sessions together. We had a lot of fun playing it, and then Skeeva, me and you and your lady, played some After the Fall this week.
After the Fall, that's right. We destroyed some Snowbreed. Man,
that's why I had to get it in your opening. I'm like,
I
had to get it in your
opening. That game is so damn fun, and it brings back so many memories too. We can get into that when we get to that subject.
Yeah. We're gonna. I want to chat a little bit about that tonight, because like it's still one of the best games. So we're talking about like virtual reality and like games coming out now, and like there's still some games out there that like perennially are still freaking amazing games. That are like, if you release that game today, it would be probably one of the better games on the market, right? Like if you released it as a brand new game today, it'd be out there. So I don't want to get into it. We'll talk a little bit later, but like, let's kind of like, oh, there it is.
Remember? Oh, I do remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah,
that was like a Q and a C, and like it used to be Quest 2 Community at one point.
Yeah.
So before we were like Q2C VR Gamer,
I don't know what the hell
started off as Q2C, which was Quest 2 Community, right? So we had a Q and a 2 and a C, and like it was like, oh man.
And that's Todd in the picture too, before he had his plastic surgery.
Right? That's right. Before, your beard's a little different now.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
I do like the colors though, and we still had the Q2C, but it was just like the logo was like, wow, we saw it, we're like, oh man, that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
No.
It's kind of cool. Like I wouldn't know what it was, but it looks kind of
right.
Cool.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell is that? Like, what is that menagerie of a thing? But it was pretty cool. Guys, it's good to be back. We missed a couple of weeks. Todd, you went on vacation to Roatan. Me and Skeeva were going to do a show, but then, we had a couple things come up, and we're like, do we want to do a show? And then we're like, maybe we'll do a show on Friday. But then we're like, okay, if we do a show Friday or Saturday, we're going to do another show again on Tuesday, which is like 4 days away. Like, do we want to do that? So we figured we just wait. And we got an awesome show now. We got tons of stuff that we wanted to talk about last week, stuff we want to talk about this week. And guys, one thing I wanted to hit out of the gate, I wanted to reminisce a little bit. been a wild ride, Skeeva, Todd. Since starting this channel, starting, going into full time at one point, all content creation, where I completely sold businesses and quit my job and like did content creation for this channel full time, until the point where Skeeva reached out one day and was like, "Hey, do you want to start a business together? Like I think we could do, me, you and Jasmine want to get together and create something crazy." And we're coming up on almost 4 years ago now that this happened, and changed a lot of people's lives, and literally have changed virtual reality, and gaming, with I think some of the things that we're trying to do as a company, as Impact Reality, and also as Flat to VR Studios now. But it did start somewhere, and one of the first things that we started, Skeeva, was we had a little party at CES way back when, for a lot of people in the industry, and I thought it would be good to reminisce. I just got back from CES a few months ago, and we didn't have the party this year. This was the first year we didn't have the party.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, right? Yeah, sorry. And we didn't have the party. And I think people are screaming for it to come back, and maybe we can have it come back next year. But Todd and Skeeva, I thought it would be good to reminisce a little bit, and take a little throwback to one of the best videos I've ever seen made, and by the great Tribe and Jordy Gray Wolf. But let's see this. Let's see this video. Damn, dude, that's a good video. That is a freaking good video.
The music is awesome.
Kind of makes me a little emotional. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
Like that. Those parties are some of the best times I've ever had in my freaking life. Like, and this year we didn't do it, and like, I was like, oh, I'll be fine. And then CES came, and I was like, oh, yeah, I screwed up, man.
Right? And then you go see that video of like all those epic, amazing people all hanging out, like just being together, like just again that it's a BR party, right? Like it's a small community. This was 3 years ago, right? Did we say that 3 years ago?
2023. That one, yeah.
This was 3 years ago. So think about where VR was even 3 years ago. This was pre-Quest 3. This was still like Quest 2 days, right? Like, super early. We had just started our company, Skeeva. Like I think we officially became a company. Like we had been planning it all summer long that year, but we officially incorporated, I think in November. CES was in January.
Yeah.
So that's how new we were. We were like, let's throw this party. Let's do something cool. Let's bring a whole bunch of people in together and like just do something special. And then how do we make it even bigger? Freaking Parma Luckey shows up right at the beginning of the party.
Man,
you're like, holy
there's
crap.
so many crazy cool people there. So many. It was insane. Like I got to meet the writer and director of the Lawnmower Man. I mean,
Yeah, Brett Leonard.
that was unbelievable to me. Like I couldn't even believe it. I got to smoke a joint with him. Like it was amazing.
The Lawnmower Man guy. Yeah, right. I remember that.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah. He pulled out his lawnmower weed. It was great.
Lawnmower weed. I get to smoke lawnmower weed with the freaking Lawnmower Man. I mean, how could you beat that?
Dude.
Palmer Luckey and the Lawnmower Man. Like Alvin Wang Grayling, at that time, the president and the CEO of HTC came. Like literally, we had industry giants there, and like we're like some dumb shits who just started this company. Like literally, it was the three of us at that point. Todd, you were still working your IT job. You weren't even with us yet. It was literally
I didn't join. I joined you in April.
Yeah, literally, in that point, it was still just me, Skeeva, and Jasmine. And and me and Jasmine literally had just quit our jobs and started doing it full time. Skeeva, you were still working part time for Vertigo Games.
Yeah,
I was.
You're doing tech support for arcades, VR arcades.
I was tech support for VR arcades, and I was working publishing for Vertigo as well, and community management. I did a lot over there.
Community management too. I remember that. Yeah,
it was insane. Yeah. It's insane. It was cool to see some people in there. You had you saw the Grey Wolves in there, which was awesome. Tribe, Jordy. You saw Z Storm, Adam Bombadi, Jason Parks from Row 2. Yeah,
Thrill Seeker and
Fia were there. So how about some shout out to our boys, our old podcast partner boys, Coffee and VR with Sean and Tyler.
Oh yeah,
man, I miss those guys. Dude, I miss those guys. Man. They are such genuinely amazing and wonderful people.
Yeah. They had a great show too. Like they did Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It was Coffee and VR with Sean and Tyler, and they were just cool guys that chat. Like they were like just tech nerds who loved VR and like they loved their motion rig simulator stuff, and like they were both big car guys. And even since then, now they've moved on a little bit, not doing VR anymore, but they opened up a die-cast car store, like the die-cast models. So they have this like very eclectic die-cast store. Like I'm friends with Sean. No, I'm friends with Tyler on Facebook, and he posts stuff. Him and his wife post stuff all the time. Skeeva, we drinking drinks here, bro. I love it.
You know it.
Skeeva's like, I'm toasting that epic video in that party with drinking some umbrella drink. Yeah. Love it.
He's not lying.
Hell yeah. Oh, look at that. Todd, hold on a second. How about a shout out to the man, the myth, the legend? Orland Hooper's here, Todd. Orland Hooper's jacked, yo. Hell yeah, he is. Hell yeah, he is. Orland Hooper is jacked. Jacked to the gills. Good to see you, Orland. Thanks for coming back in, man.
I'm getting things done in the chat too.
Hell yeah. What's up, man? Sweaty Nugget. Yeah, we'll do a roll call at the end, but like thank you guys for coming in and showing up. We appreciate it. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about some Ark Raiders. We're going to talk I want to talk the state of VR. I want to get your guys' take on it. I want to give you my take on it. I want to hear your thoughts. Love to hear from the chat. Like, answer any questions we can from the chat about the state of VR after, the Meta layoffs that we've saw the last few weeks. And just give you our take on where we are. And then I want to talk a little bit about after the fall a little bit too, because we freaking love after the fall. But yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. But guys, epic video. I don't know what else can you say about CES. It was a great party. Skeeva, Todd, I'd love to bring it back. With the one we had the year before, we didn't do it this year, but the year before last was fun. But that was too, right? Yep. It wasn't really Impact Reality anymore. We just kind of like did a you and
between realities,
between realities, and then and we came in Q Suits 2C and did a little bit of sponsorship in there, and it was fun.
Yeah, man. We've every single year we had that party. was an absolute blast. You know,
Oh,
every year. There's never been a dud year. It's so much fun. And why is that? It's because the people in this industry are phenomenal. They're passionate. They're amazing, wonderful people that have given everything to VR. And it's great. And I can't wait to do it again next year.
And the venue
Yeah.
too, right? I think that makes a lot
The
of
venue's
difference.
so
We've done a
good.
lot of these parties in a lot of cities across the United States, and
Yep.
a lot of them are great. But this particular venue is amazing. It's a
Mhm.
giant arcade. All the games are free. Once you're in, you're in. We close
it's
it down to the public, so it's just us.
epic.
And
Love
it's
it.
just a whole bunch of game nerds playing games for free and having a ball. Like, it is such a good place to have a party like this.
The bar
Yeah.
is great. The staff is awesome. They kind of like dress up in like gaming outfits. You know what I mean? Like costumes. It's so cool.
2025, we had Roto VR brought in a Roto chair and did a whole bunch
Right?
of demos right in the
Forgot
middle
about
of
that.
the
That was
bar.
cool.
Yeah, Kiwi's sponsored
Kiwi's
us
been a
before,
sponsor.
and yeah,
Yeah,
we've done
you know what?
headstock giveaways and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
I found Kiwi stuff from the party. I was going this again. One of the
The
reasons-
wristbands?
I found the wristbands, but they did this magnet for the
Oh,
party.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they did all these pins. Do you remember these pins?
Yeah, I got a whole set,
on it
yeah.
with the Kiwi stuff.
Yeah.
So I found all these in the garage, and that's why I grabbed the video. I was cleaning out my garage. This is what happens. You know, your life comes in. I'm cleaning out my garage. I find the poster that we did for the party. Right, we had the poster that we had put on the door for the party, and I started finding all this other stuff from past CES, from the parties. And I'm like, oh, I gotta break that trailer back out to show it again because it's been such a long time and wanted to see all those cool people. But yeah, there's a couple of people saying some stuff in chat. Sweaty Nuggets says MASH looks so different. I do look a little different than I did back then. That's for sure.
Right? Like half the guy you used to be.
Yeah, I'm a little bit smaller. I look actually a lot bit smaller. No beard.
Yeah.
Todd said, shut up and get fat and grow a beard, damn it.
Yeah.
And then Getting Things Done says we're looking for a famous Eric rant or some of Todd's Canadian optimism or some deep nerding from Skeeva. We got probably all of that.
We probably have
of the
all
above
of
we got.
that. Yeah.
We definitely got, yeah. And then John Lennox is here. What's up, John? How you doing, man?
Hey.
Great video. Smells like a budget meeting to me, and I think that's in reference to the Lawnmower Man. The budget meeting with the Lawnmower Man.
Right.
I do believe it does smell like a budget meeting. Pretty cool. All right, that was a lot of fun. All right, guys, let's get into some stuff. Let's talk after the fall, Skeeva, because this is a game that like we've loved for a long time. Like, you worked on it, which was great. So you were with Vertigo Games when they launched this game. How many years ago now? Are we talking 4 or 5 years?
Man, no, I think it was about
it
3.
it launched on the Quest first, right? Let's see what year. Let me look it up. Let me see what year it came out on the Quest.
Oh man, it must have been 4 years ago. That's
Yeah.
wild, man.
I'm thinking it had to like come out like, because it launched on PlayStation afterwards, right?
2021.
Yep.
Did it?
2021?
Yo,
What?
December
Stop
9,
it.
2021. I'm on the meta page. I'm looking at it.
what? Did it really?
Wow.
After the fall?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I was there for years and years. So yeah, it makes sense. I mean, what a game. Inspiration taken for Left 4 Dead, which is
right,
an absolutely incredible game. For anyone that has been living under a rock and hasn't played this game, it's a zombie horde management game where you're just constantly being bombarded by so many running, sprinting zombies that are coming after you and from all directions. And it's 4-player, and you're trying to make your way through these harvest sites and survive to the end. And then at the end, it gets even harder. So you need to get all the way out to get all of the gun pieces and all of the things that you've collected throughout this run. And they throw it at you, man, hard. And then at the end, they hit you really hard. And you might get
bosses at the end, right?
Yeah, you might get all the way to the end and lose several times. It's really, really challenging, but it is so satisfying. The gunplay is incredible. Best guns I've ever used in VR. Like, absolutely incredible.
They feel great. They really do.
Yeah.
They did a good job with the guns. They did a good job with like the balancing, I think, of the weapons and the ways you can use them. And like, and the harder difficulties, like ammo becomes a problem because it's not like some games that just give you unlimited ammo, or if you still have to collect ammo, but there's so much ammo it doesn't even matter, right? Like there's games out there that like just give you infinite ammo. You never even have to collect it. You just automatically get how much ammo, whatever ammo you have. There are games out there that make you collect ammo around the map, but they put so much that you don't ever have to. It's never an issue.
No.
And then there are games like After the Fall where you're only getting so much ammo. If you run out,
these bullets count.
You are dead. If you run out, you are dead. And there are times, especially if you're with other people, that you will run out. And you're like, I'm empty. And you're like, you got to rely on your team to get you through because you're like, I got no ammo.
And there's no more ammo until that round's over.
No. And then they'll give you some pity ammo, like a little, like a clip. But like a clip lasts about 10 seconds in this game.
Yeah.
That it does. And you really got to you got to say, okay, I'm almost out of ammo, but I know we got big hordes coming up. So I'm going to get as far into these as I can. And then I'm going to backtrack back for the ammo that I'm going to leave behind because every bullet counts. And especially on the harder skill levels, right? Where there's just so many zombies. It's bananas how many they get onto the screen at the same time.
It's
and
incredible.
Just consecutively, they just keep coming. You're just firing into these giant crowds of zombies and oh man, it's just so good. And the sound design in that game is phenomenal. When you hit headshots and they heads pop and oh god, it's so
satisfying. Good. It is
so good.
I like Turtles says Skeeva slamming Drambuie again.
Oh, I should go get some. That's a good idea.
Autumn. Patty King says, do you plan to put the show in audio only format, Todd? I've looked on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but haven't found it.
All right. So we are listed under Q2C VR Gamer still on Spotify, Apple Music.
But we will fix that.
Everywhere. I'm in the process of fixing that. We're just doing some logo tweaking and stuff before I can get all the names changed.
Well, let's say that let's put it to you now. You're going to commit to everybody here live that you'll have everything done by next week.
I'm disconnecting. I can't.
Well, now we will. He's like Todd's like I'm out. Literally, we'll try and be ready for next if we can. Hopefully, be ready for next week and get it rebranded everywhere to Reality Bytes. I think that makes sense, right? Because that's the problem, right? And when you got too many different brands, and my camera's tracking me now, Todd. This is your fault.
It's because you have to tell you to keep talking with your hands.
There we go. I hate when this camera does that. The problem when you have too many brands and nobody can find your shit anywhere. So we'll fix that and we'll take care of that.
Website's getting an overhaul. The YouTube page is getting an overhaul. There'll be some new handles coming. All kinds of stuff. So it takes a little bit of time.
I thought we liked too many brands. Impact Reality, Flat to VR Studios, Flat to VR Spark, Impact Inc.
Impact Labs.
We need to fix that too. All right, guys, before we get too far into After the Fall, there may be some people watching who've never actually played After the Fall, even though it came out in 2021. Maybe some new people that came to VR, maybe some new people that came to the show, maybe people that just didn't try it way back then and want to know what the hell it is. So let's dust off that old fucking trailer and play it again. Want to play right now. Just in that scene.
Right.
Guys, I think we've got incoming. Be on your guard.
What's that?
The flashlight, the best flashlight there is.
Yeah.
Let's go. Eater, nearby.
Get down!
Incoming!
Time to shine!
Look at that, summer 2021, and it came out in December. Well, that's close.
Yeah, it was close.
A little delay there, Vertigo, but not bad. At least it came out in the right year for the trailer. Love seeing the Oculus logo there.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna leave it playing while we talk about it because there's a couple things in there I wanted to point out.
Yeah. Let it play in the background while we're chatting with no audio, and just grab it and point them out when you can. But Skeeva, again, all the things they did right with this game. I don't know how. All the things you mentioned they did right. I don't know how on the quest part of this game that they got so many enemies on screen at one time, all rendering at one time,
And their body parts, because you shoot them and they fall apart.
On a Quest 2 headset that was still the Gen 1 XR2 chip. So it's not even like they did their like this game still works on a Quest 1. Not even the Quest 2. I think it worked on a Quest 1. Incredible with that amount of stuff going on the screen. Now, look, the Quest version did have some differences, but still, the amount of enemies that are on screen still, and the game plays 1-to-1. It's still the same game, just visuals, but it's like incredible what they did. It's like freaking voodoo magic what they did.
It's absolutely wild, man. The team at Vertigo is it's just so incredibly talented. The things they were able to pull off. Now, like you said, there are differences. This game on PC is still to this day one of the most beautiful VR games you will ever play. And it's good on the Quest as well, as long as you don't play the VR version first to know what you're missing, because they'll do things like instead of the bodies piling up to your knees, they'll get rid of the bodies to be able to accommodate the models coming onto the screen. Things like that for optimization to play on a platform like that. But it's just so freaking good. And it just
the level of
good.
explosion, the level of blood that comes out of you is a little bit.
It feels so.
But wait, do you know who loves models coming onto the screen?
My mom!
All kinds of models.
Does.
Name
a game that's used the flashlight better than this game, or the reload mechanic. Didn't that have two reload mechanics? Can't you bump your chest or something?
Yeah,
it had a quick
do
reload,
manual reload.
Manual reload.
And sometimes
they did it well too, because
in the beginning it's easier to use. I found anyway, it was easier to use the manual reload. But once you get to those boss fights, you ain't got time for that. Or you're double fisting guns, or you got to use it. You got to have a stim in your hand. You got to stab somebody as you're running by them.
I have always done the chest reload, which is basically you pop the clip of the empty one and you just bring the gun to your chest and it reloads. To me, that's the easiest. And I'm not a weapon wheel guy either. I am a holster guy, always been. I just prefer it than the weapon wheel. But Skeeva, you're a weapon. Like we talked about this because the reason we're talking about this now is me and you and your lady. We ran it the other night, and she is new to it, and she freaking is badass, man. Like, you should be proud. Like,
she's addicted to it now too.
She's addicted. It's like daily now.
Somebody who's never played it before, like we got in there, and like she did really, really well in there. I mean, some people freak out when you get in there because it's like, but she was like steady and like even a couple of times, like you lagged out of the game a couple of times, and it was just me and her stuck in there at the end, and like, all right, we're doing this. And she's like, let's go. And I'm like, okay, we're going to get our ass kicked, but let's go. But she was all for it. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it is one of those addictive games that looks so freaking good. And I don't know. The reason that we want to talk about tonight is because like, it's a game that will draw you back in. Like literally it's got me hooked again just from me playing. I don't know. Would we play 2 or 3 hours the other night?
This is legitimately a timeless classic. This game will always be phenomenal, just like Left 4 Dead will always be playable and always have that cult following. This game will too. It's just so freaking good. And I'll tell you that normally I'm a holster guy. Normally I am a manual reload guy. I love the mechanics. I love the immersion, and they do manual reloading really good in this game. But when there are hundreds of things sprinting at you from all directions, you have to reload fast. Like an extra second in this game to reload and you're dead. It is like very, very split second. Like you have to be able to pull things off quick. And for me too, the weapon wheel is just a really, really fast way to be able to switch guns incredibly quickly without really thinking about it. So for this game, I have gone speed. Now, they incentivize you to go manual reload as well by giving you an extra 10% damage on top of it. So if you can, so it balances out a little bit, right? Like you will get more damage if you manual reload than if you fast reload, unless obviously if you're fast reloading, but which is great. I think that is an incredible trade-off.
Have you seen? I know that you've run with a lot of people, and you talked, especially way back in the day. You talked to a lot of people that were running it on either the horror or the nightmare or the horror mode, Have you talked to anybody who went that way for the more damage? Like later, like, because that's the only thing I'm thinking. Like when you get into nightmare and horror mode in this game, and there's a lot of different modes. When you get into nightmare and horror mode, we're talking elite of the elite players. Like you can't.
Oh yeah,
you're not beating this game.
no.
Even on nightmare, you're not beating this game with like just good players. You got to be great.
Well, you
players.
need hours,
but on
tens of
horror,
hours.
yeah, but on horror mode, you even have to get lucky. It's not even just about like being the best player. You have to get lucky. But have you heard of anybody doing that for the extra damage?
Oh man, no. I mean, horror is in this game is almost impossible. It's this close to impossible, and when you pull it off, it is the most satisfying thing in the world. And I think I've only beaten 3 horror maps ever with the most elite crew I've ever played this game with, like Farmer True and his crew. Oh my God, those guys are good. It takes incredible strategy, discipline to always follow the plan, and ammunition management, and just accuracy, and just a lot of luck too. This game is absolutely nuts when it comes to their hardest skill level, and it didn't launch with that mode either.
No, I don't think it launched with nightmare mode, nightmare nor horror, right? It only launched with I think the master was the hardest when it launched.
No, I think nightmare was, but you had to unlock it. They didn't let you just get into nightmare mode.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm trying to think back now. Yeah.
And by the way, thanks to Autumn for dropping off some Drambuie.
Nice.
Damn, look at that. You were getting like the treatment tonight. Damn, I even had to make my own coffee today. My wife, like, she abandoned me. She went out shopping.
I'm drinking a Gatorade. What the hell?
Yeah, well, don't let Skeeva's woman to like take care, like show Allie up. Allie,
I know,
drink.
right?
Let's go. I'm gonna get you in trouble. No, you both have amazing women in your lives that absolutely
for real.
I feel bad for each of them having to put up with
incredibly lucky. Yes, I feel bad too, but
I do too, yeah. They have to put up with
selfish way.
You're welcome to call me and commiserate anytime. I have to put up with both of you. No, just kidding. It's an epically great game. It's like, and there's a couple things with this, and like we talk about games all the time, and like what constitutes a good game. There's several things that you have to do to make a good game. There are a lot of things that you have to do to make a great game, and you have to do them all great. So like, so a couple things. You can have a game that looks beautiful that has zero shit gameplay. It just doesn't play good, or like I've seen great looking games that are boring. There's just no gameplay that like it's like a Kayak VR, right? Like Kayak VR is like a beautiful game. It's gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. I ain't never going back in there. Because I've seen it once. I don't need to see it again because there's nothing for me to do in there. Like I'll if I'm going to show somebody what how good the fidelity of virtual reality can be. Okay, I'll put them in there, but I'm not going back in there. Like I know what it looks like already. Like once I do the wow moment, I'm done. Like I don't need to see it again. You got to have gameplay for me. You got to have gameplay hook. You have to have the happy balance, Todd, of you have to make it easy enough for me where there's not friction where I'm like, fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore. This is annoyingly frustrating. But you have to have the balance of I feel energized and challenged, and I feel like victorious when I get through something, and it's not ho-hum. Like because if it's easy for me to beat it, or if it's easy for me to get through it, then I'm like, that's not a challenge. I want the feeling of like, holy shit, I cannot believe I just finally got through that level. But you have to find that mix, right? So it's a mix of visuals and gameplay and game hook, and like the weapon balancing has to be perfect, because if you make one weapon too overpowered, then you mess up the whole balancing of the game. And then the teamwork part of it, when you're doing a 4-player co-op, it's freaking madness. And like you have to make sure that everything works properly. You have to make sure that like you don't clip into walls and get stuck, and you have to make sure that like nothing breaks, and you have to make sure the communication between the team is right. And so you have to make sure the audio is good. And that's another thing, Skeeva, you said the audio has to be great. Like I have to know where the snowbird are coming from, and you can hear those things because there's spatial audio in the game. Like there are so many different things that make this game great. Think about all those things I just said, Now make it work on a Quest headset on a fucking cell
Right.
phone
So
headset.
that's my biggest favorite part of this game is every person has legs. Every person, they're what you're doing changes. So if you get killed by a snowbreed, you turn into an ice sculpture, right? Like you don't die or disappear. You just become a frozen statue in the game. Things like this that were on the Quest 2 with another 40 zombies coming at your face, 4-player, and all your friends have all legs and full body parts. How many games came out after that didn't have legs or didn't even have a body? All you had was hands. Like, I don't know how they did it, but it's just immersive just to have. And I think it had to do with when it was released, because at the time there was nothing like this. And it just blew everybody's mind. It blew my mind. Like, it was just amazing.
No, I think the closest zombie game was definitely like Saints and Sinners, but that was a single player experience. It was a single player.
Those types of things didn't matter because you were in there by yourself.
Yeah. Skeeva, I want you to talk about this a little bit because, again, Skeeva, you worked in this game a lot for Vertigo Games. Corey, 2016 says, how many of you tried the PlayStation 2 version and do you like it better? Like, what are the differences with that PlayStation 2 version? So why don't you tackle that?
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 version is incredible. It's really, really good. Now, it still, so there are certain things about the PlayStation 2 version that could bring it up to maybe the best version of this game. Being adaptive triggers, the facial feedback, all of those things, and the fidelity of the PlayStation. Now, I'm going to say that still the PC is still the best way to play this, because for some reason on the PlayStation, it looks like there's a lot more light happening. Everything is a little bit more illuminated on the PlayStation, and on the PC, everything is so dark and there's the flashlights and it's creepy and ominous. Yeah. And just looks incredible. And the blood on the floor shines, and like, you walk into these levels where it's just white snow as far as the eye can see. And by the time you're done with those hordes,
red,
covered in blood, everything is just soaked in blood.
You know what?
Awesome.
Just thinking of what you just said there, though, something that you can do now that you couldn't do when the PlayStation version launched. You could play this now with the OLED lenses on your PC and get the effect that you get. So because what you're normally saying is normally opposite, right? Like, so normally, because of the fidelity of the PlayStation and the OLED lenses in there, the blacks and the dark is way darker there than anywhere else, and the colors have a tendency to pop on the PlayStation headset. But because this game was so graphically intense, the PC version was definitely better with the shadowing, the darkness, what you're talking about. But think about that now that the PlayStation VR 2 is unlocked from the PlayStation, you can take your headset, your PlayStation VR 2 headset, hook it up to your PC and run the Steam version of After the Fall with those OLED lenses and probably get one of the best experiences you're going to have. I do think that's probably the best way you're going to. Yeah, right?
For sure. I mean,
do you have the kit? You should do that next time we play. You should play on.
I don't have the thing to hook up my PSVR 2 to the PC. I'd love to grab one. I just never ended up getting it.
You probably find them like at eBay for cheap right now, I bet.
Yeah, probably. Man, this game is so good. This will always be, I think, one of the best VR games ever made. And I want to take this a step further. Not only is this one of the best VR games ever made, this is one of the best video games ever made. Period. VR or not, doesn't matter. This game is incredible.
I'm going to go as far to say as my not just game of all time. Favorite game, doesn't matter what platform, VR, flat, PC, whatever. I don't console, whatever. It's in my top
10 for sure.
15? Well, it's tough, Todd. Like when you put all of gaming of all time,
game of all time.
I mean, to say it's top 10, that's why I'm like, I would say it's in my top 20. It's got to be in my top 20.
The lobby is awesome. The way that you interact with the multiplayer
in my top 20.
Farpoint,
yeah. Top 20, not VR games, just games of all time.
Yeah.
But think about how many you could put in there. Like Uncharted is in my top 20. Gears of War is in my top 20. Mass Effect is in my top 20. Halo is in my top 20.
I might go and put this in my top 10, but for me it's a little different because it was Vertigo is I always thought I kind of like looked up to Vertigo games, as one of the coolest, most most innovative and best studios in virtual reality, and then I got a job there, and I just
That must have been the biggest geek moment for you.
Right.
it was incredible, man, and I am so thankful to this day that I was given that opportunity, and I had so much fun working there. I did a lot of awesome things, and I got to work with a lot of amazing people, and it was an incredible time in my life. And I came in before this game was out, and I got to watch it through Slack, the development, the pretty much from the beginning, not knowing how it was going to turn out, and then all of a sudden the company you work for puts out a game that ends up being one of your favorite games of all time. Like, that's incredible. And I got to say that I feel so lucky to have had that experience, but how many people have an experience like that twice? Now, we started Impact Reality.
Oh, Skeeva's like, I'm out.
I'm out.
Let me talk to you about Impact Reality. No, but he's right. I mean, what he's saying, like geeking out and working, when you get to see a company that you look up to, and then when you get an opportunity to go and work for them, like Skeeva, that had I'm getting those moments now when I'm actually getting to talk to people that own a studio or that worked at a studio that made games that I looked up to. It's a geek moment. And then you were saying and then when we started Impact Reality.
Yeah, and then we put out another one of my all-time favorite games, RoboQuest VR. So two times here I have been able to be involved in some of the production of my favorite video games that have come out. And I feel incredibly fortunate to have been able to be in that situation. I mean, it's I just love gaming. I love VR. I love this tech, and I love the people in it. And I'm just stoked. I'm just still stoked to be working in this field, man. It gets me every day. I wake up and I'm just grateful.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And Jasmine's in chat and she said, wait, we did that with RoboQuest VR. We did.
Yeah.
Exactly. We did. We made and just talking about games Skeeva, I don't know how many hours you have in this game, because I have played and beaten this game, every level of this game on every platform. So Quest, PlayStation, Steam. I've played and beaten it. So I have hundreds of hours in every one. Just looking at Steam, just PC, I have 167 hours in this game.
Yeah.
That's just the PC version. And I have probably that close to that in the Quest version. And I probably maybe have 50 to 75 hours probably in the PlayStation.
I'm right there, dude. I have 260 hours on Steam. I probably have 250 hours on Quest. I probably have, I don't know, maybe 60 hours on PlayStation, and then another probably 40 on Pico. Because
they
came out for
Pico.
They did. They came out. They had an exclusive player skin on Pico.
They did. I remember that.
And so I started the game all over again. And so I must have probably 500 hours in this game, which is bananas for a game that I remember people going, "Oh, there's not that much content in that game." I'm like, "Not that much content? What the hell are you talking about?"
Just the horde modes, the horde modes weren't even there in the beginning. It was just the campaign runs in the beginning. Then they added the horde modes, and everything changed for me, because literally I get obsessed with just running horde modes to see how far we could go. And I would just go grab 4 of us, like Wes and Roots and GT and Z-Storm and me and you, Skeeva, and Todd, and literally just go in there and just let's run as long as we can get. Can we get to level 50? And then you would get super rare discs too, especially in the horde mode that you could not really get in regular runs. So it was pretty epic. And then they added more horde maps and more, and they kept giving you more and more content, and it's just Vertigo really outdid themselves in this game. It still today doesn't get the love that it should. And we'll talk about that in a second, because I want to look at the ratings. But Patty Cake says, "Is it crossplay?" And it absolutely is, and it's it's one of the few games out there that you can say four-person co-op, and you can play co-op across PlayStation, Steam, Quest, whatever. You can play together.
And nobody talks about this, but this game actually has a pretty epic PvP mode too.
It does.
Great maps.
I've never played it.
You've what? bro, it's so good.
I didn't even know it had a PvP
Oh no,
mode.
I
I've
know it
never
did. I
played
just didn't. I never cared enough to. I had so much fun doing the co-op.
I didn't even know.
In the Back for Blood or the Left for Dead feel of the co-op. I never went into the. Did you play a lot of it, Skeeva?
Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
It's really, really fun. And
But
if
can you
this
team
game,
up in the PvP, or is it only like single
Like
player?
free
only?
for all?
no,
or,
it's free for all. Yeah, it's you against the other players. There might be a team mode 2 against 2. I can't remember.
Is there
I think
zombies
there
as
is,
well, or is it just you and the other players?
Yeah, there's zombies as well. And so you're trying to
wow.
stay alive with the zombies, but you're also like killing people that are good. Like the people we played with were really good, so it was very, very challenging.
Right.
We go in there and like, oh, it's so good, dude. I'm telling you, like the rest of the game is so good that you don't even want to play the PvP. But when you actually try it and get in there, it's a lot of fun. And the Vertigo is really good with designing really, really good maps and levels. So all of the horde, the horde maps, all the PvP maps, and all of the harvest run maps are all incredibly well balanced, incredibly beautiful looking. Just so good. I mean, this is top notch game design here. Top notch.
It's literally one of the best VR games you'll see of all time. And Patty Cake says, "You guys are really selling this game. I guess I'll have to go pick it up." You absolutely should. Like,
yeah.
Like we don't push games like this normally. Like we don't go.
Remember,
on
this game is 5 years old, and we've been talking about it for 25 minutes.
I
That's how good it is.
obsessed over this game for a long time. Like, so back in the day, you got to remember, I was streaming. We were doing the podcast, but I was live streaming every Saturday night, and I was like literally, legitimately every Saturday night. I was like, was regimented every Saturday night, to the point where at one point we got sponsored to do a 24-hour live stream for breast cancer awareness, and I streamed after the fall live for 24 hours. I think it's how we raised almost like $3,500 or something like that, almost $4,000
something like that. Yeah.
for breast cancer awareness. And I freaking played this game for 24 hours and just kept bringing new people in to play with me. So I would bring in, I put it out there to all the content creator friends that we had. So Skeeva and Alex came in and played, and you didn't come in and play, but you commentated and did the. And
I produced it on the back end. The whole thing.
Produced on the back end, but like.
Well, now we lost Eric.
Yeah, Restream's being a little weird today.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's doing.
Oh, he's back.
Because my connection's fine, and it dropped me too.
Yeah, it dropped you too.
Yeah, it's a Restream thing, man.
Weird. What is going on with Restream?
Yeah.
It doesn't like after the fall. It's pissed.
Apparently.
But yeah, it was. I mean, that's how much I fell in love with this game. Like literally, I was streaming it every Saturday. It was it was in my rotation of games. I would always do this game, and then maybe I'd go to something else, for a little while. But I would always come back to this or start with this. It just had me hooked. Like it was like my game of the year. 1 year, the year it came out, and I was like, I can't not vote for this game. And there was a lot of good games that came out that year. But here's the question, guys. I'm looking at the Quest page right now, and maybe we need to look at Steam. But let me go to the store page on Steam. I don't get it. Even now, I still don't fucking get it. This game is 4.0 rated on Quest. It's got 2,000 reviews with over 33,500 ratings, and it's only sitting at a 4.0. Now, literally, we have sat here and gone gaga over this game and told you how good it is as a VR game. And we put it
as a video game, not even just VR.
Each of us put it in our top 20 of video games of all time. Skeeva probably in the top 10, he said. And it's a 4.0 rating on the Quest store. I don't get it.
There are too many dumb people out there.
I mean, there's a lot. So 54% of the reviews are 5-star, which is great. Okay. But 18% are 4-star, 10% are 3-star, 2% or 7% are 2-star, and 11% are 1-star.
I'm reading the 1-star ones to see what the hell.
Who the fucked up 11% are? They're giving this a 1-star.
When you start off in this game, your guns are trash. You're pretty much you're pretty much using some terrible guns that don't shoot straight, right? They're falling apart. They're duct taped together. And as you progress in this game, you're collecting discs that give you the blueprints for gun parts. And as you progress, your weapons are getting better, more accurate, more powerful, better looking, better feeling.
More ammo.
More ammo.
Yep.
Like better sights. better grips, like literally everything. The barrels you change out every piece of these guns until they don't even resemble the guns you start with. And so if I played this game and was shallow and didn't understand video games, then I might shoot a couple of these guns and go, no, this isn't for me, and then give it a 1-star rating. But like, if you don't progress, you just can't understand what's happening here. You just can't get it. And I would venture to think that maybe that's what's happening with some of these people's reviews. They just didn't give it a chance.
Yeah, what do you see for the reviews, Todd? That are 1
So,
star.
like one guy says, yeah, it's more of an arcade silly kid game. The way reload works and no melee weapons. If that's what you mean, then fine. But just be aware that zombies take 30 shots to kill and they sprint at you. It feels like I'm shooting.
Not if you shoot them in the head. You just suck at this game, dude.
You suck. And let me ask you a question. Why does every game in VR have to fucking have a melee weapon? Why? Why
is that a 1-star game?
Yeah,
why is that not 3 stars?
This is a shooting game. Why do you have to have melee? Like, I know everybody likes melee, like, but I don't miss melee at all in this game. I want to shoot shit in the face. I don't want to hit somebody over the head with a bat. Okay, I want to shoot shit in the face. It's a gun game.
Yep. And they were originally putting in melee weapons into this game, and then last minute decided not to because the game is better without them. Like, truly.
Here's this guy. I love this game, but I'm going to give it a 1 star. Okay. Like, yeah, I love this game, but the multiplayer is almost completely unplayable. Really? I don't want to play solo. We tried for hours on multiplayer on multiple days to get a party together, but either one of my friends or both of them couldn't join the party. If I had both friends in the party, at least one of them couldn't join the game, even if they showed in the party. I hope the devs update the game. Like, literally, I don't ever remember, like, I was playing this game early access. Yeah. So they gave us early access. A lot of the creators, they gave us early access. I remember, so they launched this game on December 9th. I remember they gave us access on Thanksgiving. So they allowed us to stream it even. And like, and we went in and we played it live for the first time ever. So it was very cool. They gave us like just creators early access, and we got a chance to play it, and we could stream it. From day one, I never had issues like that. So literally, a lot of this stuff is user error. Like, it literally is. Like, and then you're going to
but to defend some of this stuff, when this game came out, there was a lot of jank, to the point where even I, working there, would sometimes call it after the jank. But
yeah, I know. Well, look.
But Vertigo did go in and they did keep a log of all of this stuff, and they went in and they fixed the most game breaking things first, and they would go through and fix all of this stuff. And the game is pretty much flawless now. I mean, it's a little older now, but still, they work tirelessly on these fixes and to make this game better and better.
1-star review, can't play solo, not an option, false advertising. You
What?
can totally play by yourself if you want to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Here's a complete asshat. This guy's an asshat. And I'm going to call him out. Robo Mike 44, you're an asshat, buddy. You're an asshat, and they should remove your gamer card. You shouldn't be allowed to review games because you're a fucking idiot, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. You're a fucking idiot. You can't, he left this review July of 2025. No updates after the fall is just drifting. Dude, this game came out in 2021, you fucking moron. And in 2025, after they put so much work into it for 4 fucking years, you're going to give it a 1-star review and say there's nothing happening with the game 4 years later. And you're going to give it a 1-star review. You're a fucking idiot. That's what I got to say to you.
He's a 1-star human.
44. I should come and find you and rip your heart out. Idiot.
He's the guy that can't get past level 50.
Gamers.
Yeah.
Tell me that's fair.
No, that's completely ridiculous. That's a 1-star human.
44. If anybody knows him, go get him. Let me know where he is. Let me know where he is. Come on. So look, you know what? But this is the stupid things you get. This is why this game is a 4.0 rated. Because then you have idiot people that come on in 2025 and look at the amount of shit that they put in this game. Skeeva and Todd and I just listed out all the things you can do in this game and the amazingness just to get it on the Quest headset. And this idiot comes along and gives it a 1-star rating because he's like, wow, there's no updates in 2025.
And he also complains that he can't get past level 50. So he can't get the skin in horde mode because you need to get to level 80 and he can't get past 50. That's a you problem, my friend.
Yeah, really.
Get good.
Get good.
You need to get good.
Oh. Yeah, this game, another one, this Endless Terrors, and another one I just want to it's more of an arcade silly kid game. The way reloads work and no melee weapon. That was the guy you called out. What an idiot! Like literally, I don't know. I don't even know what to say with these people sometimes. Literally, it
drives me nuts when I read these
reviews.
reviews.
Me nuts reviews like this. It just drives me nuts.
People
Steam,
don't understand the power of their review.
Steam, I guess it's a little bit better. I mean, it used to be recent reviews. Skeeva, it says it's mixed, which I'm just shocked. Overall reviews are mostly positive with 1,400 reviews. But like mostly positive, like this should be a positive or a very positive. Shouldn't be
This should be at least a 4.8 game.
It's just insane to me, like literally.
Yep.
But do you realize right now that you can buy? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's because I own it. It says it's $5.99 on Steam.
No, I don't think so. There's you can upgrade it probably to the deluxe version or something maybe for that.
So it says buy after the fall. Special promotion ends February 4th. It's 70% off right now.
What?
$5.99.
What? Go buy this game, everyone.
You can buy the After the Fall Deluxe Edition bundle. That's 56% off for $10.98.
Wow. And you get special skins and stuff in that version. And Eric's gone again. Thank you, Restream, for being so stable.
Right. I just hear the little beep. I gotta flip back and turn them back on.
Yeah.
What is going? Are you doing this, Todd?
I'm turning you back on, but I'm not turning you off.
No, Restream is jank right now. Restream is after the jank.
Did you hear me say I said the deluxe edition is 56% off at $10.98?
Yeah.
And they have an apocalypse bundle.
35% off.
I'm not sure what that is. The VR Co-Apocalypse bundle, Skeeva, 35% off at $22.
So that gets you After the Fall and Arizona Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's cool. They bundled the two games. That's cool.
Yeah,
but shit, and they put $5.99 for the freaking After the Fall edition or special promotion.
Yeah, there's a DLC too where they put Arizona Sunshine weapons in it. I believe the skins because Arizona Sunshine 2 they took the weapons from a lot of the weapons from After the Fall because they're so freaking amazing, and put some of the skins into After the Fall from Arizona Sunshine.
Yeah. Techno glitch. I'm gonna come through the screen after this guy too.
Why what?
Techno glitch just could have used the bat. Sorry. Yeah. I could use the bat too on Techno glitch. Take a bat. What the bat? No, I'm just kidding. I remember Techno glitch when the game first came out. Tech was gonna play with us. I think he was gonna. So when the creators got the game, I think what happened was this was funny. When the creators got the game in Thanksgiving, me and Wes and Roots were ready to get in and play, so we could record it and we could stream it and we could record it for content for the channel, their channel, our channel. And we needed the fourth, and the Techno glitch was going to get with us, and he couldn't get in. It was either Tech couldn't get in, and was problems with him getting in, or his mic didn't work, or something. And like he completely couldn't get in. He ended up like getting so frustrated, he ended up refunding the game or something afterwards because he was so frustrated. And we had to get somebody else in there to play as a foursome with us. But Tech has always said from the beginning that he wanted melee in the game. But yeah, I don't know.
There's just too many zombies in this. There's just too many. Like if Arizona Sunshine or something like that, it makes more sense. One zombie comes up to you, you smash it in the head, you stick an axe inside of its head. But if you are completely surrounded and there's like 50 zombies trying to kill you, what you can do is just swing around. Like it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't work in this game. And it was tested. Yeah. So and it just didn't work out. So I agree. That's what it is. But the game's incredible.
Too much chaos for me.
Love it. Bad Robo says the game has a 3.96 on PlayStation. I've heard that the game has some issues. There is a few issues that you brought up, Skeeva, for the PlayStation. That's probably the only edition that I could say you might give it a worse score. There is a few issues with the PlayStation, and it didn't launch particularly well on the PlayStation. I remember there being
it launched on the PSVR 1. With the optical tracking,
right, and that was the problem. Right, so it wasn't even on PS. Right at that point, it wasn't even PSVR 2. It was just PSVR 1.
Correct, and there was no thumbsticks, and you had to move with the buttons, and the tracking is.
Oh my god, the freaking Move controllers!
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
right. How did they get this thing to work with the move controllers? That's
They got it on
insane.
everything, man. They're technical marvels over there.
I
Like,
never played it on PSVR 1. I only
I
played
did.
it on Steam and Quest in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
only
played
I
it
would
on
never
everything,
have
but
played it with the move controllers like that.
yeah,
Fuck that.
you're better
Uh,
off. You're better off.
That would have been
But it's
weird.
great on.
How did you
on
move? Was it teleport?
no, you
Move
pushed
buttons.
you pushed buttons to move forward and to move backwards.
Yeah, it had the 4-button
Mhm.
layout, right? So you
Yeah,
could
button
use the
more
button to
layout
move
on the
forward,
left.
do backwards, left, right.
Mhm.
That was probably awful.
That
Oh
would
my
have been
It was.
awful.
Well, I think and it was wasn't it a mirrored they had a mirror option at 1.2 or mirror problem at 1.2 when it launched where you couldn't like left would move you right and right would move you left. There was some problems with the PlayStation launch. It was not good. So I get maybe why that one's a little bit lower. I don't understand these. Like I just don't get it. Like and
Mhm.
like and then that's why the reviewers drive me nuts. And that's why I would beg everybody, please be thoughtful in how you review games. Like just please. Like literally, you get a couple of people that review games so poorly and like just don't put any thought into it. If you're going to review a game and you're just like, I'm just hot and I want to go review a game, wait 15 minutes or wait 20 minutes, wait a half an hour, and then go review the game. Give yourself a minute because I guarantee if you think about it, like that guy probably feels like a moron right now. Like, man, what did I do?
Right. And just remember that it's not your choices aren't 1-star or 5-star. Like again, people don't like
1-star.
games. Games aren't your genre, or maybe you just it isn't what you expected. That's fine. But the game isn't broken. You don't fall through the floor. You know, the reloading works. You're not shooting bubbles at people. It's like
Yep.
the game isn't broken. 1-star review is for a piece of shit game that is broken.
And there are a lot of really talented, amazing people that work on these with feelings. Like the
Right?
humans that put their entire life into this, work around the clock on all kinds of games that don't sleep for during the development of a game because they're putting everything they have into it, and they're just being as creative as they can be. They're making amazing things happen, and then for people to come out and unjustly say ridiculous things, it's just shitty. Like be a good human.
And look, if it's a 1, give it a 1, right?
Yeah,
If it's a 1,
sure.
if it's a 1 and it's legitimate and like Todd said, game breaking, has so many bugs you can't get through the game, or like literally there's shovelware and it's all garbage and there's no gameplay and like it's complete cash grab. Give
There
it a
are
1.
1-star games for
Give it a
sure.
1 and kill it. I don't have no problem with that.
Mhm.
Like if because that's not the devs like Skeeva said. Those are devs that are like lazy. Those are devs that they're just looking for money and they're doing a cash grab. If it's a 1, it's a 1. Give it a 1 and hammer it. But like, look, if this is not a 1. Like this game is not even close to a 1.
No,
I mean, this guy give it a 1. Like you could like a 3.
I'd argue if you gave it a 3. So the
I
1
would too.
just
I
pissing
would
me
argue if you
off.
gave it anything less than a 5. But like, look, I mean, if you want to give it a 4, okay, I'll live with it. But a 1
Yep.
because there's no content. 4 years, 4 years after the game launched, there's no content. So this game's adrift. How dare they not give me content until I die?
And to this day, you go in there in the lobbies, you can still fill your lobbies very, very easily.
We played what day? I don't know what day we played. Was it over the weekend? We played,
Mhm.
and there was people in there in the lot when we got in. There was probably 10 or so people in the lobby at least every time we went in, maybe more.
I jumped in over the holidays, like over Christmas, and there was always people in the lobby.
And remember too, they only put so many people in a lobby, and then they just create a new lobby.
Right, and they have different instances, right?
Mhm.
That was one of the biggest. I remember one of the biggest complaints too was like, okay, why isn't there audio in the lobby, right? Like, how come we don't see, how come you can't talk to everybody in the lobby?
It's sign language only. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a bit of a thing for me. Like, I wish it still was in there. And it's like, and like even your party, you don't get put in the same lobby as your party. So if you're not using an external chat in some way, you can't talk until you get into the game.
Yeah.
Like coordinating anything can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, so I wish they did have like, hey, if I group up, okay, if you're not going to have open chat in the lobby, okay, I guess that's one thing we can discuss that. But if you're gonna, if I party up with 3 other people, they should automatically be brought into whoever's party, the lobby of whoever started the party. So if I'm the party leader and you accept my invite, it should transport you from whatever lobby you're in to my lobby, and then we should be able to communicate over voice chat at that point.
Yep. Agreed.
That was a miss for them. You know, I now admit that for sure.
Yeah. If you all get in at the same time, chances are you'll be popped in the same lobby and you will be able to chat as soon as you party up. But sometimes that isn't the case. You play with someone from another country, or whatever the case may be. They got in a little bit later than you. You didn't end up in the same lobby, and now they can't communicate if you're not on Discord or something. So yeah, that was a huge miss there. But from a gaming perspective, from a mechanics, graphics, level design, all of these things, the game is a 10.
It's a 1. What are you talking about? There's no
Yeah,
concept.
They just forgot the 0 after the
What are you
1. That's
talking
all.
about? What are you talking about? That guy let me on fire, man. I'm ready to come through the screen for that guy. It's a great game, guys. Like literally go by. Void Citizen stopping by. What's up, Void? Been a long time, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
How are you
in a
doing?
while.
How are you doing?
Void,
I just
what
want
is
to see what
happening?
some people are saying. Technical glitch said it was his mic and he couldn't communicate and he was laughing his ass off. That was so. I remember that like it was yesterday. It was so funny because we were just content creators back then. We were so excited. And like, you know, Skeeva was on the inside of Vertigo, but like for us, I was just so excited to play this game. This game was hyped. You know, we all knew it was coming. It was a different, you know, Saints and, you know, Walking Dead was still huge back then. Like everybody was talking about zombie games. Like, you know, it was from, you know, Vertigo, who, you know, was, you know, Arizona Sunshine was as a perennial classic game of all time. You know, we heard about what they were doing. You know, they touted all these enemies on screen at one time and never had been done before in a VR game like that. Like it was groundbreaking. So we were so excited to get in there. And like when they gave creators early access, I was like, holy crap! I got a company that's going to give us early, because we were new as a channel. Like we're going to give us.
Yeah, we were super
access.
small at the time. Yeah,
it was super cool, and yeah, it was just great. I just remember those times. It was very exciting, Skeeva.
Yep, it was good times, great gaming, amazing times with friends, and it was awesome working there too.
Yep. Chrome Claus says, I remember actually making my weapons worse, then couldn't figure out how to get into the game.
how to undo it.
Then nobody's mic had mics. Never played after a few muted rounds. What, really? I don't remember that. Like I never have audio problems other than you just could never talk in the hobby. Yes. Weekends. Hussein X says weekends are usually the best time to do the Tundra Dome.
The Tundra Dome
is the co-op, or the versus
PvP.
Did you get booted again?
It did.
Yeah.
Don't let me go on a rant about Reef Stream right now. Go nuts, man.
For real.
For
real.
Cool. Well, after the fall, Skeeva, I love it. I think we're gonna keep playing for a while because, like, you know, you're back hooked again. I'm kind of hooked again. We have a lot to play, but like, you know, of other games. But literally, I love going back to this. We talked about going back in last night. I think we're gonna try and go. We'll go back in this week, right? For sure.
Oh,
You
dude,
need to,
100%. 100%.
My
lady comes home every day from work and she's like, let's do a run.
Yes. I haven't even opened that box yet, dude. I
Dude,
do that.
You need to do this
after the fall.
After the fall will be freaking awesome.
Oh, Skeeva, I'm doing it. Well, that's what we said the other night too when me and Skeeva jumped on, was like, I wish I had time. I would have put my vest on for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's great with V-haptic. It's freaking great.
Right?
Yep.
Is there haptic support on the PlayStation version? You know? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. They only put it in because they put it into the arcade version and they ended up moving it over to the consumer version.
M's Reality here says, what up, dorks? Great to see you all. What's up?
Hey, oh my God, M's Reality. What's happening?
Everybody is coming out of the woodworks tonight. What's up?
Yeah,
What's up,
I love it.
I'll give a Skeeva a shout. What's up, y'all? Miss Pardsville says, let's go in tonight.
Haha. I'm in.
You know who else loves to go in tonight?
My mom!
Yeah, she wants to go in every night. Technically says, let's go. My mic works now.
Nice.
Only 4 years later, mic works. Ready to go. Oh, shit. All right. After the fall, it's awesome. We're back hooked again. I don't know. I'll probably get up over 200 hours now. I only need 40 more hours, Steve. I can get over 200 hours.
Let's do that. Let's make that happen.
Let's make that happen, because you want to know what? I do have a lot of hours in, and over 200 hours already. And let's move our topics to move to our next topic. And I get hooked on games. Like I have.
You have one of those personalities.
I have
I've
a bit of an
noticed, that
obsessive.
If you get a game that has something that can be upgraded, I don't care what the game is.
Yep.
If it can be upgraded, Eric must have it.
There's a couple of things that I love about gaming. Progression is a big thing for me. I love going into a game knowing that my gameplay matters towards me doing something. Like now, whether it's a narrative story and I'm trying to get through a story into an adventure story, that actually happens to have combat in it, that's fine too. But when I can go in and my gameplay earns me XP, and that XP can be used to increase my players' abilities, something I love. You add on top of that games where you start with nothing and you must absolutely loot and build your arsenal to become like the biggest badass out there, just has something that hooks me. And you're right, Todd. Like I'm like this with games where I just get a game like, and it doesn't happen with all games. It has to be a special game because there are certain games that hook me, and then that hook me more than others. Like you guys know that I was into Dead Zone Rogue I couldn't play anything else. Like literally there's only one game that's been able to pull me out of that, and that's been Ark Raiders. Like, and I just in the middle of it, Ark Raiders, I'm like, I'm going to download it. I'm going to try it. I love extraction shooters. I didn't even want to play it in the beginning because I was so into Dead Zone Rogue that I'm like, I don't want to move to anything else. But I'm like, so many people are talking about it. I'm going to go try it. So I went in and I tried it, and I haven't been back to Dead Zone Rogue yet. I still want to go back. Like there's a lot I need to still do in that game. I haven't even seen the 3rd nor 4th level. So I want to finish it, but I can't do anything right now. And I mean anything. I mean like anything. but play Ark Raiders. I can't get out of my head. It's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, I could probably get 1 or 2 more runs in before I have to get up to go to the gym. Like literally, that's what I'm thinking. Like if I get another run and I could get an hour's sleep, so I can go to the gym. Like this is the kind of thing that's got me hooked. And I'm not kidding when I say I'm sitting at this is a couple of weeks or like maybe a month, 230 hours I have in Steam right now.
Wow. I think I grabbed the video that is only your inventory system.
It's just Skeeva messing with his inventory system.
It looks like he's messing with OBS or the inventory system. Let me grab another one.
Well, fast forward a little.
I fast forwarded all the way to the end.
Oh, dang.
So look. So let me just explain what the game is a little bit. We've shown the trailer a couple of times on the show in the past, but which it is an epic trailer, by the way. It just I watch it and I'm like, when you watch trailers, it gets you excited about a game. I'm just like, oh my, I want to go play right now. Just looking at that inventory system, Todd. Like you're like, oh, that's just boring. No, I can see the inventory system. Like, I want to go.
I can see the foam on the side of your mouth there.
Yeah, I literally want to go play. That is Skeeva's empty stash, Sweaty Nugget, because he just started playing, so we're trying to build him up. But it's again, we talked about what makes a great game, what makes a perfect game. Skeeva, there's so many little things in this game. Like, it's easy to hit in the big things, right? It's an extraction shooter. It's gorgeous. Like the visuals are some of the best I've ever seen. It's an extraction shooter. It's a looter. The gunplay is great. The weapons are cool. The modifications you can do to the weapons are cool. The amount of weapons you have are cool. The rare, the epic, the legendary loot that you can get is amazing. I'm going to tell you about small, tiny ass things. Those things are easy to pick out. How about the audio of like crafting a weapon?
So
like,
good.
It gives you a satisfying click, 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 like all these little like bells and whirls, and like when you're crafting a weapon, it's a satisfying thing. Like when you're moving inventory and you're like moving inventory even in and out of your loadout, or when you're selling items, or when you're manufacturing items, it gives you this very, very cool like audio that it's a satisfying audio. ASMR is a big thing. And when you hear things that give you auditory like feedback or give you auditory satisfaction, it's a big part of a game. And the audio is great in this game. Skeeva, when you're looting, because there are certain things in the game you can't just, it's not like Tarkov where you bend over and you open up a bag and you zip and you're out. There are things in this game, and I'll let you talk about the looting of part of it, where you have to open crates and you have like this pry bar that you have to open crates with, and it takes you a long time to open them. And then
it does, and you can even upgrade that part of it where you can level yourself up to the point where you can loot faster, open things quicker. It makes noise, so you can like if there's a player in the other room and they're trying to pry something open and pick out the supplies and stuff. It's really cool. What I thought was really neat is like in this game you can pick up an item, but you can break it down into its more rudimentary parts, and then you can usually even break it down even further.
Yep.
And really like collect the pieces of the parts that you need for whatever quest or whatever crafting you need to do. And I want to take a second too, just to like really hear you on the audio design, because for some reason, good audio really adds so much to a gameplay experience. And they nailed the audio in this too. We were talking about the audio in After the Fall, and the sound design is just incredible, and it's such an immersive thing. And the better the sound design, the better overall experience you're going to have. And this game just has great sound design all around, from the enemies to the guns to the environmental sound effects. It's absolutely phenomenal. Love the sound design in this game.
How about the horrifying sound that some of the bigger Ark make?
Oh yeah, dude.
They're horrifying.
Leapers,
like the leapers, the bombardiers, the freaking rocketeers, what's the other one?
The matriarch and any of those giant.
Oh my god, the matriarch! Did you Skeeva? You haven't even seen a matriarch yet.
Oh my
god, the matriarch is a monster.
You showed me a dead one. That was it.
Yeah. It's a huge thing. Like it's huge. But like. The Bastion is this huge crab-looking Ark. Yeah. It's huge, right? And it shoots like a rapid-fire machine gun endlessly. Like it doesn't never run out of ammo. And the sound of it's like, and it like echoes through the map. And when you hear it, it freaks you out. Like because if you're looting somewhere and you're trying to be quiet and you're just trying to do a loot run, you're not trying to get in any trouble. You just want to get some stuff and get out of there. Either do a quest or just go or you just found a blueprint that you need, which you got to find blueprints to be able to craft certain items. So they're like super rare. So you just found something super special. And all of a sudden you hear, and they make these noises before they even, when they're alerted, before they even start attacking, they make these noises like, and the noises are that when you hear that, it's so eerie because they're fucking coming at that point. It's terrifying sometimes.
It's funny because we'll be in a building and we're looting and we're going through drawers and we're like cracking things open. And you're like, dude, I found this. And I'm hearing these sounds and I'm like, Mash, what is that? This sounds bad, bro. Are we going to die?
Well, because it echoes throughout the map. And it's so good because like, it depends on where you are of how much it echoes for you. Cause like sometimes you're in these, these like really tight spaces, so you don't get a ton of echo. But sometimes you're in these big buildings, you'll get some serious echo from these huge freaking Ark that are going nuts. And you're like, and look, and some of them will kill you in like one shot. So like there is a flying enemy that's huge. It's called a Rocketeer, and it shoots fucking rockets. And literally, if you're full shield and full health, one rocket will rip all your shield and rip 90% of your health. You'll have a sliver of health left and you can maybe survive, but you take one small hit from anything at that point, you're dead. And it takes you time to regenerate your shield, and it takes you time to heal with bandages. But literally it'll almost one shot kill you. And like look, you got to figure out, you got to learn how to take them down and learn, tactics. I mean, that's part of the game, right? Because you need to be able to take these big Ark down because they reward you with epic loot. But you have to either, if you're working with others, you have to work well. And then when you get good enough, when you run solo, you learn how to take them down solo. Like now, for me, 230 hours in, I hear a Bastion. I'm like, I'm going on. Like for me, I hear it now and I'm like, where's the Bastion? I'm going to get him because I can get some epic loot that I can make more money with. And here's, I'm so excited just to talk about this. I'm getting ahead of myself. But like here's where they get you too. And like, so in Tarkov, they wipe the map, right? Like, so they wipe everything, they take everything from you because that's how they want to reset gameplay, right? Like they want to go so long to where you accumulate everything, you get through all the quests, you unlock all your workbenches so you can craft items, you unlock all your traders so you can buy in things from them, and you do all the quests that they need. So you've maxed out your level. You got no more skill tree to use. You've just dominated everything you can do. So like in Tarkov, they wipe it. They start everybody from zero, and you got to start all over again. Well, they didn't want to do that here. They wanted to do something a little bit differently. So what they did was they did something called the expedition. And what happens with the skill tree is the skill tree has, I think, 100 skill points. You can only get 75 in your first playthrough. So that means you have to choose. And there's 3 branches to your skill tree. Okay. There's conditioning. There's conditioning. Like, I don't remember what the 3 are, but there's different things that you can do, like your movement, your strength, what you can carry. And they have one that like allows you to open things up faster, allows you to fall from higher distances without like really injuring yourself. And then again, they have one that makes you run faster. So there's different branches of the thing, and you can only choose so many, right? And they don't allow you to fill it all the way out. Well, they give you, if you decide to go to the expedition, and they only do the expedition for a certain period of time, and they only did it till I think it was 2 months into the game launches. And like, you can't even do it now. You have to wait until the next expedition round. But basically, Todd, it's like prestiging, right? Remember in Call of Duty, you could prestige, which is basically you max out, you start from scratch, but they give you bonuses, they give you badges and tags, and so you prestige, but they're going to give you bonuses here to do it. So if you decide to do the expedition, you have to be level 75. You have to have certain number of different loot items in your stash, and you have to have $5 million stashed up.
Wow, to reset yourself.
If you do these things, you can take your raider and you can send him on the expedition, which is this cool cutscene of basically sending him out
off
to the void, and you watch him walk to the sunset, going to a different region of like going on his new path, his new expedition. And then you go back to the main screen and you build your character all the way over again. But now you get 5 extra skill points. You get 5 extra skill points, and with this next one, the next one, they're going to give you added stash space. So right now, your max stash space, if you open everything up, and it takes you a long time because they charge you money, not cash money, in-game money to open it up. You can get 280 stash spaces, and you need them all, like literally, because you run out of space so fast because you need so much stuff. But they're going to give you more stash spaces, and they give you 5 extra skill points, and like that's enough, man. And there's a couple other things. You get new skins. You get a special skin that nobody else has unless you went on the expedition. But it's still freaking cool, man. It's enough to get me going to where I'm like, I want to do the expedition now. Like, I didn't think I would really want to do it in the beginning because like you got to grind. But like now I'm like, I don't mind grinding. I want this. I'm almost up to $2 million, which takes a long time, but I'm almost up to $2 million. I'm at level 68.
Wow.
So, I've got all my workbenches open except for one, which I need to go in there with your nephew, Skeeva, and kill the hardest, besides the matriarch, which is the biggest thing on the map. I need to go kill this other thing called the bombardier, which is will fuck you up hard. And like, I really need special weapons to go in and kill it. I need 6 of these. I need these cores that you can pick up from this thing to open my last workbench. And because you can go to level 3 on all your workbenches. And that's where, but that's where I am now. Like I want to complete everything. I'm so close. I'm going to go on the next expedition. I think I have like maybe a month left before they open the expedition up. So I want to be ready. And I got like about another $3 million to stack up before I can get there. But I don't know. Like I'm just so excited about this game. Like, I don't know, like 230 hours in, Skeeva, like I'm like a kid playing. Like you played with me. Like I'm like, let's go do this. Let's go do that. I'm like, come here, Skeeva. Look at this thing. And Todd, I'll let you talk a little bit about it too, because you've had a little bit different experience. You did not go in with me. You went on your own, and then you've gotten to the point now where you've kind of like decided, I don't know if I want to play this anymore.
Well, my problem is I looked at this less like Tarkov, more like DayZ, more like a survival game. And if you see people, your focus isn't changed to go and hunt them down. It was to either work with them or just leave them alone as they're doing their own thing. Help them if you can, or ignore them if you don't want to. That's kind of how I always approach this game, but that isn't the way that a lot of players approach this game. Yeah. And when it first released, it was extremely PvE. There was a huge camaraderie in this game. And then I think it just got abused to the point where people were pretending to be friendly, and then the rats would come out, and you'd be in your little bunker getting ready to leave, and he'd fucking shoot you and take all your stuff. And then bunker camping became a thing, and then people would go in with free loot just so they could bunker camp and piss people off. So what they did is they've come out with an aggression-based matchmaking system. So if you in your analytics of your player have killed people, not been killed, but killed people, I don't know what the magic number is, then no one's going to tell you that, but you're put into a specific server search for like-minded players, so that the people that like to PvP will play against people that like to PvP.
It's brilliant.
And the people that don't.
I love that.
It's pissing off the streamers like you have no idea, because they don't have the fucking cattle who don't want a PvP to shoot at.
Get for the streamers.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
look, no, fuck off that.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Look, if you want to be a streamer and you're like, hey, I want a PvP, get good enough and go into lobbies with good people. You've been preying on the shitty players for years, making your channel. Like, how about be a good player? Like, I hate that. Like, this is a brilliant system. It's brilliant.
So since the aggression system, I haven't been back in. So, but I've been away, and so I haven't had a time to play it. So I'm curious to go back in now and see if the vibe is much different, because I want to go in and do my quests, and I got shit to do. Or like, I don't want to just constantly be looking over my back.
No,
against the robots and Ark, that's fine. But
so it's a good system, and look, you can reset your lobby. It's fairly easy. I think, and Sweaty Nuggets in here, and he knows maybe a little bit more than I do. I think it's like 5 times you go in and you die in a row without you killing somebody, or like 5 times, or like even 5 times you go in and extract without killing somebody, you will reset your lobby.
Oh, okay.
Or I think he said there was a little bit of a hack where you could go in naked run like 3 times and just do naked runs, die, and come and just die automatically. 3 of them in a row, just go get yourself killed. Even by Ark, you just die and then you'll reset your lobby. So you could go in PvP, shoot the shit out of people, all of a sudden you're popped into aggressive lobbies, and then you can just like go fix it so you're back into the looting lobbies when you want to go back to looting lobbies. Look, which I think is great. Like, literally, this should be the way it is, because there are certain people that want to play, and the only way to do it to where you can, because there's people bitching out there now like, you need to take PvP out of the game. No, the PvP is a big
I don't think
part
you
of
need to
this
take
game.
it out. Yeah.
No, their system is perfect. Their system is great. Like, I love it. Like, allow the people who are sweaty and just want to go in there to PvP to go do that. And there are some times where I want to do that, but there are times like right now I don't want to do that. What I want to do is I want to get to my expedition. That means I want to complete every quest I need to complete. I want to loot as much as I can. I want to go kill Ark and gain XP so I can max out my level. So, and I'm having a fun doing that. But now, like, I'll go in with like Skeeva or his nephew, and we just want to go in and kill people. And I'll do that for like a couple of hours, 3 or 4 hours, and I'll go frag a whole bunch of people, and it's going to put me in some aggressive lobbies now for 3 or 4 turns, through, and I'll have to be super careful, and then, like, I'll just have to play, and I'll have to play defensively. And like, if people attack me, I'll have to kill them, but otherwise I'm not going to push. And that's what I'll have to do. And then it'll reset me, and then I'll be back in my looting lobbies. So it's a great system, Skeeva. It allows you to play the way you want to play.
I love that. And that's just it. Being able to play how you want to play then opens that game up to a whole new group of people. You can go in there and you can just loot and not really worry about other players. When you see another player in Tarkov, you're not thinking that person's probably fine. They're probably going to whack you, 99% chance. But in this, if you don't play aggressively against other players, you're fine. You can like literally chat with these people. You can have each other's backs. They can help you extract. Now that's going to bite you in the ass sometimes.
Yeah, give you stuff. I've met a lot of cool people in there, Skeeva. I had one guy I went in there and look, I thought he was coming to kill me because he came into where I was aggressively, and I was looting in a room. He came in aggressively, and as soon as I hear somebody, even in my looting lobbies, I assume they're there to kill me. So I back up, pull my weapon, and I get covered. And I'm like, hey, friendly, and I call out friendly.
Yeah.
And if I don't hear them call back, I'm usually going to go and like, I'm ready to shoot you now. But he called back. He's like, friendly. He's like, I'm here looting. I have a quest to do. And I'm like, hey, cool. Same with me. I'm just here to loot. We start chatting. He's like, man, I just found this blueprint for this weapon, and I got it. It's a repeat. It's like $10,000 for me, but like, if you haven't had it yet, it's super hard to find. Do you want it?
That's cool.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like, he gave me this blueprint. This is like finding 10,000 to something that's worth 10,000 in a run is freaking huge. Like a normal run for you, if you can get anywhere between like 70 and 100 grand, you did a good run. This dude just gave up 10 grand for me. Because he's already got the blueprint. He doesn't need to reopen it now. He just gave it up to me. So what you're saying is absolutely right. You can go in there and make friends with people. You can go in there and team up with somebody on a solo run and team up against the bigger Ark if you want. There's some Ark you can't take down by yourself.
No, there's no way you can take the matriarch down by yourself. I don't care who you are. There's no way.
Oh no,
So
you need the entire map to take a
you need
matriarch
everybody's help. Yeah.
Skeeva, I want to bring you in and show you a matriarch trade. So what happens is the
Let's go.
matriarch she's not there all the time. And she's not on the same map every time. So you have to look around. There's like 6 maps in the game. So you have to look around.
On the map.
Yeah, and it'll say the matriarch is on this map.
Has been spotted or something.
Has been spotted on this map. And then you can go in, and then basically what happens is the only way you're taking her down, and I think I don't know how many people are in a map instance at one time, but you need like the entire map to come together as one to take this thing down. It's freaking cool, man. When you get 30 people, like 25, 30 people, trying to kill this behemoth of a thing, it's pretty cool. And you got to coordinate stuff.
I like that. And
you're going after legs. You're trying to make sure you make it so she can't move, and people are hiding inside a bunker because she can't get inside, but she can get on top and throw gas in, and it's crazy. She's crazy.
Wow, that's cool. Back in the day, I used to really like playing Call of Duty, and one of the things that kept me going on that game was being able to prestige and the rewards of prestiging, getting up to the highest skill level and then resetting. And I love that you can do that here. I also am a super sucker for a skill tree. When I see a skill tree in a game, it's on. I know I'm going to be playing that game a lot. I really love not coming in with every single mechanic of the game and having to earn those things. And it just keeps the game fresh for a really long extended period of time. And I really like that you have to prestige to get all of those things. I think that's such a cool mechanic. They really did a lot of awesome things in this game as far as game design is concerned. And it's a pretty sick game.
It won Game of the Year in a lot of places last year. And it only came out, I think, in November.
I think, yeah.
Let me look. Where's the details?
Store page, October 30th.
Yeah, so it came out right at the end of October, early November, and it made Game of the Year. It has had peaked out. They've already said they've already sold over 400 million copies of the game. Holy shit!
Wow.
Did
you say 400?
No, I'm sorry, not copies. They made over $400 million on the game.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me look and see if I can see how many people are playing the game currently.
That's insane. They already made almost $500 million.
Yeah.
What?
Let me go to Steam. Let me take a look at Steam DB. Ark Raiders right now. Oh, this is insane, dude. Ark Raiders right now, there are 264,000 people playing Ark Raiders right now. It peaks, the last 24-hour peak was 322,382.
Wow. That is
crazy.
bananas.
I mean, Marvel Rivals, which is it's a free-to-play, very big game, is peaking out right now at 139,000. Ark Raiders is 322 peak. PUBG is still insane, by the way. PUBG is 134,000 people right now.
He's still
right
low
now today. Still right
Which
now.
is crazy because PUBG it's just bot lobbies. If you go in to try to play, I got some friends that still play it, and they're the only human in the game. It's all
really,
bots. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
gone down the toilet.
Oh, that's sad. I really liked that game.
Do you want to know one of the lowest player counts right now? Brand new game.
What is it?
High Guard sitting at 16,000 players. Dude,
it's funny because we're like, oh, that poor game. But man, you get 16,000 players in a VR game all at the same time. We're stoked as fuck.
I know. But I mean, recently we've seen what did they have over the holidays? Gorilla Tag maxed out at over 100,000 people. I think VR Chat also.
So did VR Chat. Yep. True that.
How many reviews there, Todd, for Ark Raiders?
Oh, 150,000 or something.
150,000 reviews. That's
wow.
Insane. Very positive. 155,000 reviews. And it's only a few months old, like literally. They have Embark, which has done an amazing job with this game. Like, I'm already putting it in my top 10 of all-time favorite games. Like right now, and it could make my top. Like right now, I just need a little bit more time. It's going to make my top 5. Like I'm loving this game that much.
Wow.
They have
Dang.
10 years of content already planned for this game. They just rolled that. So they already rolled out like some holiday stuff. They had this Frost mode that was only available for a month, and at certain times of certain maps, only like, and it would only last for an hour. You had this Frost map where if you went in, the cold was so bad that you would get hypothermia if you stayed outside for so long, and you would die. So literally, you would have to take. What would happen is you would only have like minutes to be running outside, and like literally, you would get to the point, and all of a sudden, your screen would start to like ice over. You'd see it in your visuals, and then you would slow down. You wouldn't be able to run as fast, and all of a sudden, your health started to drop.
But can you get clothes for your character that are better in cold weather?
That's a good question. Not yet, but I think that at some point you might see something like that. Makes sense.
And stuff like in like Pal World, which we used to play a lot. You know, what you wore was, would keep you alive in different climates.
That's
I really like that
I hope
mechanic
they do
too.
something like that for the next one. That'll be cool. It's over now because it only ran for a month, but it was cool. It ran, I think, the month of December and into parts of January. But yeah, I mean, so basically, what would happen is you could only be outside for so long, and then you would have to take cover for like 30 seconds to warm your player up, and then you could go back out again.
Yeah.
But you would absolutely die. But by doing that, by going into that, and you could choose to either, if you want to go to a certain map, you have 2 modes. You can go to this mode if it's open, the Frost mode, or you are able to just go to the regular daytime mode and play safer. If you go to the Frost mode, they challenge you because, again, you can die because of the climate. There's more Ark on the map. They close some of the extracts, so you cannot extract where you normally can extract. There's only a few that are open, but they give you higher rate of epic loot, so epic or legendary loot. So where you're normally going to be raiding, you have the better chances of going and finding some of those really big blueprints you need, or some of the rare weapons that you need, or some of the rare weapon mods that you need to put on your weapons. So it just makes it more exciting.
That's so cool. This is a really, really cool game. I really like the extraction as well, how long it takes to open the extraction doors.
Yes.
And then the sirens going off. Everyone knows that you're trying to get off the map. You're drawing attention from the Ark as well as other players.
But that leads to both PvE and PvE, which is why I don't think they should get rid of PvE, to go back to that. Like the PvE, that's the siren. Okay, if you really want to kill people, now's your chance.
Yep.
For PvE, oh my God, someone else is extracting and I'm dying. I got to get over there fast because I got to get there before you extract so I can extract.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Otherwise, it takes so long for the doors to open.
Oh man, it does.
Yeah.
And you can actually, if you're downed from an enemy or from another player, you can crawl your way all the way to that extraction.
You can.
And still hit the button to leave.
You can, and what's great about that too is, and again, perks and progression are awesome. So you can crawl only so far, but your lifeblood as you're down will drain, right?
Right.
So you're going to die within like less than a minute, right? But Skeeva, skill tree, there's skill trees that you can get that when you're downed, you can last longer if you get the skill, and then you can once you get that skill, you can level up from 0 to 5. So you can last longer once you're downed. And then also, if you get the right blueprint, you can open up one of those kits that you get, the backpack kits, and they have augments on them. And one of them, the rare ones, the augment allows you to not lose your health at all when you're downed. So you could literally crawl across the fucking map to an extract. But it's so rare to get. Like, it's so rare. Like, people will kill to get this augment. Like, it's so rare, and you can't buy it. It's not one that you can go buy from one of the traders. You can't manufacture something with your workbenches until you get the blueprint to be able to unlock it. So like literally everybody's going in. There's a couple of weapons and there's a couple of augments, like the kits that I'm talking about, that are like legendary ones that like are big deals. But that's a killer thing too, is like you can get out. If you get downed and you're solo, you can get out.
Yeah, and assuming that you're close
to
enough.
me and give me a bandage and heal me so I could crawl further.
Yes, you can do that. Yeah. Because if you're in a solo raid, you can't even just revive anybody. Like, you can't just revive them. If you're in a raid with other people, you can just revive your friend. If you're solo and you see somebody get down and you want to be a nice guy, you can't just revive them. You can't be like, "Oh, I'm going to save you." You have
you
to
have a
have
defib, you can.
have to have a defibrillator.
Yeah, yeah.
That means you have to carry it with you into the map, or you have to find one in the map to revive them. So it's like you have to be like, oh, no, sorry, because I've seen guys get down. I'm like, oh, dude, that sucks. Like you got down.
I don't
by,
have
like,
a
rock
defib,
here,
sorry.
and I'm like, I would love to freaking bring you back up, but I'm like, I don't have a defib kit, dude. And then I just end up putting him out of his misery and taking all his stuff.
Can I say too that when I really like that when a player dies on this, you see a flare shoot up into the air
Good
and
point.
then come down and like, so you know someone over there on that part of the map just died, and then sometimes you'll see a few of them go up in succession. You're like, oh man,
Oh,
there's
shit.
some shit going down over there.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like a Hunger Games style.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Yes, exactly.
Totally
like
Hunger
Games,
Games,
Todd. I
man.
didn't even think about that,
They
right?
ripped it
When
off
you
from
go
Hunger
down.
Games.
Yeah. When one of them dies. Yeah, it is great too, because you see the flare, you're like, oh boy, somebody just bought it. And then you're wondering, okay, I'm in a looting lobby. Did somebody just kill somebody in there? And then all of a sudden you see another flare up, and then all of a sudden you see another one. You go, oh fuck, there's 3 that just went up. Then you know there's a badass Ark over there that just really wiped a whole bunch of people out. Like there's something big over there. Then you have to decide: am I going to find it and going to kill it, or am I going to back off? Oh, look at this! This is me and Skeeva. These are our characters.
Hey, nice.
I love my new guy with his new bomber jacket and everything. Skeeva's got
it's pretty sick.
yeah. We had a blast playing in there. We have a Grey Wolf sighting here, Todd, in chat, and
It's Grey Wolf. Like a boom, 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 boom.
hell yeah, man! And apparently, Tribe's been playing this too. Skeeva, he's like, like, Mash, 230 hours in, you have not played with me once yet. What the hell? I'm like, dude, I didn't know. Literally everybody's playing this game.
Yep, Tribe and Jordy are playing, and yeah, we should definitely get in with them. How many people can you have? Is it only 3 or is it 4?
Three. I did hear somebody said something about squad. Maybe yeah. I think a squad is 3, right? Yeah, the squad is 3.
3 is such a dumb number. Why isn't it 4?
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? Like, I think Ghost of Tabor does that, right? It's only 3.
Yeah, but Ghost of Tabor started at 4 and then changed to 3.
Yep.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think there's probably I get it for reasons. There are reasons why you would do it. So I do get it. What they just changed. So they just had a whole bunch of updates. Is there patch notes here? They just did updates.
It'll be on the Steam page.
Yeah, here it is. January 20th. Okay, so listen to this. Here, this just happened yesterday, it happened today, the 27th. This is the new Headwinds patch note, Skeeva. What's new? Solo versus squads. You can now go in as a solo. So before what would happen is you couldn't go in as a solo against squads. You only had to go. You could only go in with at least 2 other people against 3, or you can go 3 against 3. Now you can go as a solo against squads, or at least into the same matchup. Trophy display, a new long-term project which requires players to hunt increasingly dangerous groups of Ark to submit their parts for rewards. Raiders will be able to build a new display case over 5 different steps. Same as for the Candleberry project, which was a project that happened in December, where you had to collect these candleberries. And each level will add a new item to the display case. The rewards for completing each step include blueprints as well as Raider tokens, which you can earn Raider tokens to open up new gear and new skins, kind of like in Helldivers 2. Full completion also brings additional rewards, including Howl emote, which they have a ton of emotes in there, and a guitar that you can play in the game, almost like a Fortnite kind of thing, and 300 coins, which is awesome. There is currently no fixed end date, and it will not be impacted by the expedition resets. So you can continue it over your expeditions, which is cool. Bird City. Flocks of birds have moved into Buried City, building nests in empty chimneys. We got some reports of them storing shiny trinkets inside, so make sure you inspect them. So then they basically made a new spot for you to loot inside Buried City, which we did that map, remember, Skeeva, where it's like the whole city is completely buried in sand. Yeah. The new permanent map condition. So it's one of those map conditions. It's not there all the time. You have to go find, there'll only be certain times of the day where it's open in Buried City, and it'll only last for an hour once that opens. But the new permanent map condition will be applied to the Buried City map, which will then cycle in and out of rotation weekly. There'll be more bird traps and zipline presence on the map. Raiders can expect more combat in and on and around the rooftops because of this. You're going to find like rare stuff in there, including more Ark, which will be guarding it. They have 2 new items available now, 2 new epic augments that you'll need to find blueprints for, and then 7 new quests. This is just an update just for shits and giggles. That's pretty awesome.
Cool. That's rad. I love to see him supporting the game still,
Right.
even though they've already made $400 million, and they could just be like, okay.
Yep. And then just, a ton of map fixes, patch highlights, they're still patching, constantly, even though the game runs almost flawlessly. They do have like some life patches here, the life improvements, like achievement fixes, Stella Montis map, the seed vault extract is fixed, mouse smoothing option added, gamepad rebinding is added, open parties. Now you have the option to have anybody in your party invite other people, and before it had to be just the party leader. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like, this is super cool. I love that they have this stuff ready. And like I said, 10 years of content. Like,
well, I really hope if they have 10 years of content laid out, that one of those pieces of content is VR mode.
Yeah, right.
it would be epic. Well, goddamn, that I've already messaged Embark. Like, you know me. I find games that I love. I'm like, I want to make this a VR game. Like, we should make like this. Like,
Can you imagine?
It would probably be like a monumental effort. Like, but I would love for us to take on that challenge of, can we do this?
At least to explore it. Yeah. Wow.
So I've already, messaged Embark. If I can get a meeting with them. Of course, everybody and their brother is calling Embark right now, right? But I think we're the only ones that are flat to VR studios, and you never know. You never know.
If this game were to go VR, whether we did it or not, this game could then become a very serious problem for me. Like playing this in VR, like, God. I love gaming, right? But like, I cannot get hooked on a game that's flat like I can a VR game. I just can't. Like,
yep.
There's something about the immersion of VR, holding the weapons, like all of these things that really can make it so all I want to do is play that game. If this game were to go VR, game over for me, man. I'm going to lose a lot of my life.
I don't even know what I would do. Like, my wife would probably divorce me. The company would go bankrupt. The company would go bankrupt. Like, I don't even know, like, literally how I would function. I'm literally just trying to find hours where I don't sleep so I can play the game. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I have no time. Like, literally no time. Like, I mean, we work from, like, I go to the gym every morning I get up in the morning, go to the gym at 6. I drive an hour to go to my trainer, like, because he's a good trainer and I like him, and he's an hour away, so I drive. Right, so I do this every morning. Like, so, and then I come, Skeeva could test. I come back. I'm in meetings until 7:00 at night. Then I spend a little bit of time with my family, and then it's 11:00, and I go play Ark Raiders from 11:00 until like 3 in the morning.
And you play this with a controller, right? You're a controller.
I do. I play with controller, and which is weird because I was a mouse and keyboard player for Tarkov, and I'm a good mouse and keyboard player. Like, I have no problem. And Skeeva, you're playing a mouse and keyboard on your PC. Mm-hmm. Yep. But I'm playing PC, but I'm playing controller with my Xbox controller. The reason I did it with Tarkov is there's so many button maps and bindings that there's not enough buttons on the controller. And actually, on Battle I can't remember the name of their launcher.
Their studio launcher.
But Tarkov had its own special launcher. It wasn't on Steam. It is on now, but at the time it wasn't on Steam. There wasn't even an option to do controller. There was like a mod where you could mod it in, but it wasn't good. So there was just no good way to do it. So so I played that there. But here there's not as many button maps. You can move, you can manipulate the inventory easily enough without getting your ass kicked.
I was gonna say,
I know, man. I know.
Alone and he
by the Ark. Damn, that's what I'm saying. They can be relentless. The Ark, man. They just
like, where's Mash? Why isn't he protecting?
I just killed it. Like, I was outside. But yeah, there's enough manipulation you can do with a controller, and that I actually do like a control. And here's the other thing. I've enjoyed playing this, and I'm really only playing it now in my Apple Vision Pro headset, streaming it to.
That's why I'm asking, because I'm gonna start playing it on this.
That's how I play it every time. Like, I play it in my headset with the control, and I just don't want to play mouse and keyboard with the headset on because I can't see the mouse. I could probably figure it out, but I just feel more. Look, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm
But
relaxed.
I don't want to sit at my desk. That's why I want to
That's
do
what I mean.
that. I want
I
to.
mean, I'm on the couch. I'm sitting back. I got pillows around me. I'm relaxed. I got this huge 200-inch screen in front of me, and I put the VR mode on, so I'm like I can't see my environment. If I want to,
All black,
if
yeah.
Steph is in the living room or Charlie, and I just want to be able to see what's going on, then I'll leave it open for mixed reality so I can see what's going on. But a lot of times I'll just go into VR and I'll or not VR, but complete immersion mode. And then I'm just like sitting there with this big screen on the tip of a freaking volcano, watching, playing, and I can play with the controller and I can just chill out and relax. And it's freaking awesome that way. And it plays, you're going to get there's a little bit of a delay, Todd, that you have to work with, but it's not terrible. It's workable, easily enough workable.
Yeah, it's not competitive like Call of Duty, so I don't think I'll have an issue with it. So I'll try.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I kill plenty of people, so I don't ever have a problem killing people. I'm not, you just have to get yourself used to it a little bit because you are going to feel it a tad. But I quickly went away with it. But it's the best way to play. I don't have a problem playing at all that way, but I love it. But mouse and keyboard's great too, Ski. But you're enjoying playing with that mouse and keyboard.
Oh yeah, I love playing with mouse and keyboard. But at the same time, I also love playing with a controller. I haven't tried this yet with a controller.
Oh, this is the player shooting you guys.
Yeah, we got our asses kicked.
Yeah, so they took down this really big Ark, and then we ran out and we stole all the shit from it. And they got mad.
I didn't see that part.
And they wasted us, man.
They were not happy.
Yeah, they were yelling at us from across the map. It took them a while to take that thing down, and we just snuck in.
Here's the
all
thing
their
too, is
shit.
they didn't loot it immediately. So sometimes people are just looking for XP and they don't care about what's in the thing. So literally, I will loot your shit. Trust me, I don't have a problem with it. But at that point, I really literally thought, because it was a minute after they downed it, that they didn't loot it, and they weren't running to loot it. So I'm like, Skeeva, let's go get this thing. So we did. We looted the shit out. We took all the good shit and we left, and we started, and they yelled something, but I couldn't exactly hear what they said.
Give me back my shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we had went and looted and moved on to a couple of different buildings, and we could hear them, but I didn't know they were still aggressive. We were in a looting lobby. I didn't know they were going to be aggressive. I didn't know they were that pissed that we stole their stuff. But literally, they came. We were looting, and they came in and they surprised me. And they definitely hammered us. They're we had no.
What I like about this game is you have one inventory slot. That's the safe pocket. That even if you die, you keep that one thing, which is great because I stuck that really valuable piece that we stole from them in my safe pocket. So even though they came in and whacked us, they didn't get it.
Stick it in your butthole. Stick it in your prison pocket. Yep.
You got to say that to them before they knock you out.
Yep. Oh man, anytime I do get killed, I'm like, enjoy my free loadout, you asshole. Because there are some times where I'll go into so even when you're in, this is kind of cool. Even when you're in looting lobbies, there are maps on there that absolutely hold more epic stuff. So there's a map called Stellamontis that doesn't matter whether you're aggressive lobby or non-aggressive lobby. You go in there, especially at night, because night raids give you more loot and more rare loot. If you go in there at night, even in the looting lobby, they're going to fucking kill you because they know you got good shit. Sometimes I want to go in there and just get good shit, but I'm afraid to bring my good stuff. So I'll just go in there with a free kit. And I'll just trying to go on a looting thing, and I'll get my ass handed to me within minutes. Because that point, I have a shitty gun, I have no shield, I have I have nothing good. And they'll just hammer me, and I'm just enjoy your free kit that you're not going to use, buddy. You got nothing from me. But it's fun. You get to talk to people, and people talk shit back to you. It's fun.
You talk shit, yeah, exactly.
Here's the skill tree that we're talking about. So conditioning, mobility, and survival. I think that's the last one was.
Yep.
Stellamontis is filled with riches, Sweaty Nugget. It is. So, and that's the stuff that's fun, right? If I can go into Stellamontis, which I know is it's a hard map. The Ark there's Ark there that you haven't even seen yet, Steve. The norm, just not even the big boys, the normal Ark. There is one there called the Shredder that it shoots shotgun shells, and it will I just run from it. You cannot. It's hard to kill, and unless you have certain thing, a certain weapon to kill it, you can't kill it, and it'll just shotgun you 2 shots and you're dead. So but it's it chases you fast. It's the fastest Ark in the game. So you can't even almost run from it.
Nice. I want to go find this thing just to see it.
Oh, you do? I want to take you in Stella. You haven't even seen I think I've run you on Dam. We ran the Buried City once.
Buried City's cool. There's so many secret hidden rooms in that with windows that you can jump in through from roofs of other buildings, and then all this epic loots in these because the only way in is jumping. There's a lot in that map. That's pretty cool.
Corey says, I like controller. I feel like I have more control. There is aim assist on it. It's there's aim assist. There's no aim there's less aim assist for PvP. There's more aim assist for PvE. So like I do feel like there is a little snap when I get close to the Ark. And it will snap me. Now here's the thing with the Ark though. Especially, and Skeeva can attest to this even with the small time he put into the game. Especially even the smaller Ark, even the flying ones, you can put a clip into them and not kill them. You have to hit them in specific spots. So the flying ones have like 4 propellers on them in certain spots. So what the aim assist will do is it will snap me into the body, the center mass body of the flying Ark. But you can't just shoot it there because I could put a clip into that and not down it, and it will shoot me several times before that's done. What you need to do is aim for the propellers and get it out of balance, and then it will crash and it'll blow up. Or if you hit it in a certain spot, it'll just blow up. So it'll snap me somewhere close, but I literally need to move it after that to pinpoint where my aim is. Like, and you have to do the same thing for the big Ark too. There's parts of the body that you have to aim for to really kill it. So there is aim assist there for the controller, but it's not that big of a deal. I know some people don't like aim assist, and like some people don't want to play, cross play between PC and console because of the aim assist. But I'm playing PC. You don't know. I'm playing PC with a controller, so you can't. You never know. The Carol Mine kid addicted to Ark 600 hours in.
Wow,
dude,
that's crazy.
Holy cow!
The Karam kid.
Sweaty Nugget says, "Do you shower?"
600. I'm sitting here going, look, I'm addicted. I'm obsessed with this game. I have 230 hours in. I couldn't even imagine 600 hours. I mean, if I was playing from the beginning, though, I probably would have 600 hours in. Do you shower? I would shower inside as I play.
Waterproof controller.
Well, yeah.
Epic.
Beautiful.
Poor Bad Robo. Bad Robo says, is this a VR show? Technically, no.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Technically, no, bro. We're a variety show, as Todd said. Skeeva's going to juggle next.
Yeah. Coming up at the top of the hour.
You know who loves to juggle lots of balls?
My mom!
And Skeeva. Apparently.
And Skeeva. I like to juggle lots of balls.
Funny. Waterproof controller is a great idea. I would have it. Look, like if I could do it, I would do it. I would play. Like that's how hooked I'm in this game. And all right, we got to get off. I could literally keep talking about Ark Raiders. There's so much more. Skeeva, like you're just breaking in. Like there's so much that you saw already. There's more. Like you have 4 more maps you haven't seen yet. There's different. There's so many quests you have to go on. There's so much different loot you have to find. The story behind some of the stuff that you're seeing in the quest, which is cool. There's definitely lore here, which I love. I don't know what else to say. Game of the year, one of my favorite games of all time already, guaranteed, hands down.
And it's beautiful. Can I just say that this game is gorgeous, and the lighting effects and all of that is just freaking gorgeous. They crushed it. They absolutely crushed it with the asset creation and the textures and sound. I mean, they just did a great job. Props to them. Props.
I just want to say one more thing before I get off of SteamDB. SteamDB. Do you know what the number one most players in the game right now? This is going to blow your mind. 700,000 people in this game right now. The peak was 1.4 million.
At the same time?
The last 24-hour peak was 1.4 million. So peak players playing at one time, 1.4 million.
Fortnite?
Steam game.
It's a Steam game?
Steam game. Old game. 700,000. The 703,000 there right now, this second.
The suspense is killing me right now.
Counter-Strike 2.
Counter-Strike 2?
Counter-Strike 2. And the second most played game, the top 3 are Ark Raiders is 3. Counter-Strike is 1. Second most right now with 433 players active right now. 24-hour peak is 700,000 is Dota 2.
Valve controls 2 of the top played games
Right now.
Wow, that is nuts.
Yeah.
Do you know I've never played Dota or Dota 2?
I haven't either.
Not once.
Rust is up there right now. There's some weird games up there though, like Bongo Cat. I never heard of this. 136,000 people right now. Terraria, 135,000 people. PUBG, 134,000. Wallpaper Engine, 70,000.
I use that.
5M, 68,000. Rust has 64,000 right now. Dead by Daylight has 64,000 right now.
Hmm.
Stardew Valley has 62,000. Baldur's Gate 3 has 61,000. Warframe's an older game too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got 61,000 right now.
Free to play though.
The Source SDK to the base 2007 has 60,000 people in it right now. That's pretty crazy, man.
Wild. It's crazy because you look at Valve and you go, oh, they don't need to really do anything except for sell games. They literally don't have to do anything. And you don't even realize that they have some of the two of the highest play count games in all the video games right now. That's wild.
That is wild.
Damn.
It's insane, right? Love it. Cool.
Sweating
Steam
now.
DB is an awesome site if you guys have never gone in
1,300
there.
hours.
We got a $2 super chat.
Well, I missed it.
We blew high. Yeah, exactly. From Wally,
Waleed.
just now, a game cat. Super chat got RoboQuest PSVR 2 last week. Flat to VR quality. Thanks, man.
Got
Yeah,
RoboQuest
right.
PSVR 2 last week. And what did he say? What was it?
Flat to VR quality.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I mean, we followed through on what we said we were going to do. You know, we launched it with, you know, with 60 upscale to 120. We didn't want that to be the final. You know, we wanted it to be better. So we pushed for 90 frames and like literally we did it within a month, well, less than a month. We hit 90 frames and put the patch out. And it plays like butter right now. And we're not done. Like Skeeva, we still have multiplayer coming and we have a couple of secrets that we haven't even talked about yet coming.
Yep. I am personally really excited for multiplayer. We get to play it, right? But we don't get to just go out and play it with all of our friends that aren't in the company, you know? So I'm really excited to play this game with a lot of different people.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, we are getting very late in the show. I wanted to keep this one short, but like, I don't know. It just never happened.
Yeah, me and Todd are just like, okay, bro.
And we haven't even
Keep it
gotten to
short.
our last topic yet. Look, let's cover it quickly. I do want to hit on it. I think it's important to talk about. It's a hot issue. You know, there was a lot of people talking about it last week. There was a lot of people that we know in the industry, a lot of friends that we had in the industry that unfortunately lost their jobs last week. And that was, you know, let's talk about the Meta, Meta layoffs. Meta cut 10% of their Reality Labs payroll, which mean they're 10% of their in-house, people, which, it's terrible. There's a lot of people that look, and this has not been a good time for the industry as a whole. You go to LinkedIn right now, it is a bloodbath of people in the gaming industry, not just VR gaming industry, but gaming industry that have unfortunately lost their jobs. Now, when this happens, Skeeva, Todd, there is going to be there's feelings and there's emotions, and I get it. As a VR industry, as a consumer, you have emotions and you start to think of things immediately within the moment, and you're like, man, this is awful. And what does this mean for something that I love? I'm a VR gamer, and then you're like, doom and gloom. That's your first thing you go to is Meta is going to abandon VR, and like this is the worst thing in the world that's happened. And then you get some weird things happening. Like you get content creators, unfortunately, in the space that do clickbaity stuff. VR is dead. Meta's turned their back on VR. That VR is dead, and people that I know and I respect in the industry putting up thumbnails saying VR is dead, and then you look inside of what they're doing, and their video is the opposite. They're saying, no, this is not that, but I put this on my thumbnail because I wanted to click, right? That's what it is. And for me, I'm looking at them like, there are times to do clickbaity stuff for your thumbnail as a content creator, and I have no problem with that. There are times it's not there. That's not what you should be doing. You know what I mean? And this is somewhere where you make your life as a content creator. You clickbaiting that VR is dead helps no one, because there are a huge portion of your audience or an audience that won't even watch your video. They
Right.
just see your thumbnail and they see all these thumbnails. Go right now and look it up. I'm not going to call any names out. Go look up the thumbnails. Look at all of them that say, and I looked at all of them. VR is dead. Meta turns their back on VR. It's over, and then you go look and you watch the videos and it's a different story. And they're saying, okay, this is not good, but this is this or this is that, or let me tell you why this is not the worst thing in the world. But again, there are a lot of people that won't even go watch those videos. They're just going to assume that VR is dead. And we've gone through this many, many times. Now,
Every year.
oh yeah, there's some years that are better than others or worse than others, But yeah, I mean, we've gone through this a lot. But and I want each of you guys to give your input on this. I'll let you guys, let's all have an open conversation about this. But because I don't know, like Steve, me and you have talked about it. I think me and you know, but Todd, I haven't really had a chance to talk to you about what you thought about it. But so I want to hear. But the first thing I'll say is this: Meta cutting their payroll by 20% for Reality Labs still means that they have more people employed working on virtual reality by 3 times than any other company that's doing virtual reality right now. So them laying off a 10% portion of Reality Labs, while is awful for those people, and a lot of them were my friends, or still my friends, but just lost their jobs. A lot of them are my friends who lost their positions that I reached out to personally to check and see if they're okay. So this is awful. But Meta laying off 10% of their Reality Labs means they're still working more in VR than every other company out there that you can think of that's doing virtual reality right now. So if you think of it in those terms, they are still heavily committed to the space that you are all interested in. They are still heavily committed. They just needed to find a new way. And now I'll say this. I'm not going to apologize for Meta here. They put themselves in a spot. In the last couple of years, they have done things to themselves to put themselves in a spot where they had to do this. I'm not going to kill them for doing this because it had to be done. I will kill them for what they have done to put themselves in the spot. This was their fault. They did this to themselves. But just because it's your fault and you did it to yourselves doesn't mean that you continue to make things worse by throwing good money after bad and by still making bad decisions. At some point, you have to say, we have made a mistake. We need to fix it. We need to course correct. And Skeeva, that is exactly what they have done here.
It absolutely is. It is. It's a weird situation because Meta has purchased so many studios trying to bring really good titles to the platform. But every studio they purchased has never come out with another title. All of them. It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of studios. But at the same time, you can't spend, I'm just going to throw out arbitrary numbers here, just for example. You can't spend $100 million in a game and then get back $100,000 on a game and continue to do that over and over and over again, and then think that's a good business model. Like eventually you're going to have to start cutting some of this stuff. Meta was really hoping that they could boost the growth of VR maybe a little unnaturally and speed it up by getting a lot of good titles out there. And it didn't happen as fast as they wanted. So they had to make some cuts. They're a publicly traded company, right? There's shareholders involved here. There's a lot of businessy things on the back end where they can't continue to lose money hand over fist for years and years and years and years and years. They gave it a lot for a really long time. But what that means, though, is now they have some extra funds to be able to put towards more research and development, make better headsets, lighter weight headsets, bigger field of view, try to combat motion sickness, put money into third-party studios making really good titles, fund more third-party companies, and just go in a different direction than they were before. It just wasn't working the way that they hoped. They took a leap of faith. It didn't necessarily work the way they wanted it. They had to make a course correction. All companies do this. something doesn't work, you pivot, you make it work, and you go on. They're not giving up on VR. They're still going. They're still going strong. And like you said, Mash, they are 3 times the commitment as far as monetary and employees than any other company out there. So they are just extremely bad at PR. Like they didn't. I swear they didn't think like, what's this going to look like to everybody, you know? And they didn't really take a whole lot of precautions to make people feel better about their, about investing in their ecosystem. And that is a bummer, but it doesn't mean that they are giving up on the platform and walking away and only doing smart glasses things. That is so far from the truth. So,
It does look bad, Todd. And like, when we're looking at the decisions that they made, it doesn't mean because it was the right decision that it makes it an easy decision. There are decisions that we all make every day that are absolutely heartbreaking, horrible decisions that are the right decisions to make. Like, that's about being responsible. That's about being responsible. That's about doing the right thing no matter what, even when it hurts, right? And like, and those are the things that we're here with right now. So again, for me, people who are in the media out there right now criticizing Meta for what they're doing now is not the right move. The decisions they're doing now are the right move. They should be they criticize Meta for putting themselves in a position that they had to do this move. Now, look, Meta didn't do this on purpose. They didn't come out 3 years ago and look, we're completely going to butt fuck our ecosystem. Like they didn't come out and say like, let's figure out how we screw up our store. Like they didn't do that, right? They thought they were making the right decisions to push VR as fast as possible. And in doing so, they falsely inflated the industry by putting huge budgets behind first-party studios that second-party and third-party developers could not compete with. You cannot continue to have these $100 million games that are first-party games or even $50 million games that are funded by Meta, second-party games that the normal developer can compete with. You are falsely inflating your market at that point to the point where you end up killing your own ecosystem. And you end up hurting second and third party developers. So what is the fix there? The fix is you stop supporting first party, you focus on second and third party, who are your developers, who are your core, who are the people that create games for your audience to play. And that's what they didn't focus on for the last 2 years, Todd, and that's what got them in trouble.
Yeah, I think they had this mindset where these AAA games could be developed. They'd buy the studios to make them exclusive to the platform. And back to Skeeva's $100 million versus 100,000 return comment, it just wasn't the market for that specific game or that genre or whatever the case may be. But now you're stuck. Now you got to support that title. You still have to pay licensing. You have to pay IP licensing yearly, especially with games like Batman, Deadpool. You don't just buy the rights to use that game once. You buy it all the time, and so that you can continue to do updates and patches or whatever. You need to. There's a relationship between the IP holder and the developer. We've seen this with Tarzan, that's now being taken off the store. There's just not enough money in that game for them to keep paying the IP licenses. So should they have left those studios alone to make that game on their own? Probably. Would that studio then have made other games? More than likely, because they could have taken that game to other platforms as well as the Meta platform, which probably would have been smart. And we've known this for a while, and we've said this multiple times when they come out with these AAA games that are exclusives. At least I have. And I think now they've just said, to what Eric said, how do you fix this? How do we undo all of these, little bad mistakes that have turned into big mistakes? And I think they just decided to rip the Band-Aid off and just do it. And I feel terrible for all the people that lost their jobs. But honestly, I think this is good for VR. I don't think this is bad for VR at all. I think this is opening up money funnels to smaller developers and indie developers to develop games that they didn't think they could before. And it's going to open up opportunities for new things. I was talking in our Discord, Impact Labs Discord, about this with some of our elite play testers and stuff. And I see it as this giant pool of the best VR developers has now entered the free market to go work with whoever they want on whatever project they want. And, in a year or 2 years, what those people that have maybe lost their jobs with Meta, what they could accomplish in the free market now could blow our minds in 2 years. Especially if Meta can now focus all that money into hardware where the focus should be for that company, and let us do the developing and just give us a new headset and new accessories or whatever that case may be. But I don't know. I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as an unfortunate timing, right after the Christmas break, everybody comes back for the new year and all this shit hits the fan, everybody loses their job. It couldn't be more terrible.
Yep.
But as looking at the outlook of things to come, I think this is the right move. The Meta Horizon Worlds is getting taken off the bullshit that I don't have to see on my headset anymore. The storefront's getting a revamp. All the things that we've been bitching about for years, they're doing, and now people are pissed off. It's like, you can't have your cake and eat it at the same time, my friend.
Yep. 100%. I want to read you guys something. I want to read everybody something here, and I'm not going to tell you who it's from until I'm done reading. Okay. This is a Twitter post. I have an opinion on the Meta layoffs that is contrary with most of the VR industry and much of the media, but strongly held. This is not a disaster. They still employ the largest team working on VR by an order of magnitude. Nobody else is even close. The Meta is abandoning VR narrative is obviously false. 10% layoff is basically 6 months of normal churn concentrated into 60 days, strictly number-wise. The majority of the 1,500 jobs cut in Reality Labs out of 15,000 were roles working on first-party content, internally developed games that competed directly with third-party developers. I think this is a good decision, and I thought the same back when I was still at Oculus. Change always sucks because people lose their jobs in the process. But in a world limited to resources, Meta heavily subsidizing their own with money, marketing, and placement at the expense of core technical progress and platform stability doesn't make sense. Crowding out the rest of the entire ecosystem, even less so. Every developer, big and small, even the hyper-efficient ones, have had an extremely hard time competing with the games developed by Meta-owned teams with budgets and teams that spend vastly in excess of earning potential. Exactly what Skeeva and I just said. People will point out that these teams did an awesome job and got awesome reviews from critics and customers alike. Yes, and fucked up though it is, that makes the problem even worse. This is Batman. This is Deadpool we're talking about.
It sets an expectation that is unrealistic.
Some people will say they should have just funded those developers as external studios rather than acquiring them then. Yes, I agree, but hindsight is 2020. You think Oculus expected only to sell 700 copies of Rock Band VR after spending 8 figures to make sure it was ready and awesome for the Rift CV1 launch? To the point of bundling with the guitar adapter with every single headset? Of course not. Sometimes you learn what the world actually wants the hard way. TLDR, I feel really bad that the people impacted, but this is a good thing. Is a good thing for long-term health of the industry, especially with ongoing incentives. Nobody at Meta knows I am making this post. You know who this is?
I do.
I do too.
This is a person who was fired by Meta. This is the person who founded Oculus. This is a person who doesn't love Meta. This is not a person that has been at odds at Meta for the last 6 years. This is Palmer Luckey.
And he basically said everything I said. So I'm glad that I was right.
That's like, I'm right. God damn it. It's perfectly put here by somebody who knows the industry, who knows the inner workings, who's looking through, a glass of, again, he's not a Meta fanboy. Palmer's had his problems with Mark Zuckerberg, over the years. Now they've come to a little bit better situation now, but that doesn't change that he still got fired. And I'm still sure he's not super happy about that. So him coming out and stating that is exactly the truth. Like, what he's saying is super accurate. You cannot kill your ecosystem. You cannot go against and do everything that you're doing, hurting the second and third party developers basically in the process. And second party, I keep saying second party because they're like, Eric, well, second party doesn't make sense because Meta's funding second party. yes, they're funding second party, but if they're focusing most of their stuff on internal studios with hundreds of $1 million, even if they fund second party for $3 million, that's not the same experience, and you're hurting even your second party. Okay, so it's not, even though that's Meta funded, doesn't mean it doesn't hurt still. And it's the internal studios, it's that part of it that just hurt you. You can't inflate your ecosystem to that point and think that it's going to be healthy at that point, because what will eventually happen? What has happened? Nobody makes any money. The third party and second party move out, because even the people that are second party that take money from Meta to build games can't make money on revenue. They can't continue to exist. They get enough money to build the game, but how do they stay alive after that if they make no money on revenue? You can't. You can stay alive during the process of making the game. As soon as the game launches, the money ends, you go out of business. So second party is affected just as much as third party, sometimes if not more, because second party can get reliant on a platform that funds them, and then all of a sudden, when the funding is done, and either your game misses because you didn't do a good job, or it just didn't hit for some reason, or if the market's not great and you don't sell anything, you go out of business. Then that's how you kill your ecosystem. And that's what we've had here. And look, Meta has figured it out. They figured it out. Horizon Worlds has killed it. Like, you cannot focus on content. You cannot focus solely on content that's free and then move your second, third party to the back burner, to where nobody can find your premium games that people want to find and play. Like, you can't do it.
Well, and that's just it. They did remove the visibility of the third person, the third party studios, the second party studios, and even the first party studios. There was a time when searching for Batman VR would not yield any results on their store. Like, they literally put Horizon Worlds in front of everything and removed any visibility to anyone making games. And as soon as they did that, you immediately started seeing studios closing. You immediately started seeing layoffs. And why? Because like people will go on, they don't know. Like, the people that don't watch podcasts and don't watch YouTube videos to find out what there is. There's the 90% of people, they go on the store, they click through things, they go, oh, that looks good, I'm going to try that. And all they were finding was Horizon Worlds. Mm-hmm. And they'd go, oh, this is fun. And then a couple of weeks later, they'd put the headset down and go, it's not there yet.
Yeah, burying the store was a terrible idea.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what this new revamp looks like. And Getting Things Done did correct me in chat, and I did misspoke that they're not getting rid of Horizon Worlds in the headset. They're just getting rid of the Horizon feed, which is like a social media feed that was pointless in the headset.
Yeah. No, and look, and if you look, we were playing the Boz video, his interview in the background. They're not getting rid of Horizon Worlds. It's still going to be there. They're just going to focus on mobile for Horizon Worlds for a while. And people are like, oh, well, that means they're abandoning VR also. It doesn't. It just means they need to go for a broader audience to try and bring people back into VR. Again, Meta's end goal still is and always will be people in headset for entertainment purposes for as much time as they possibly can get it. Meta and Facebook have always wanted a cell phone economy. They missed the bandwagon. So they pivoted. They're like, okay, we missed the cell phone bandwagon. We're not Apple. We're not, Android. We can't get on that bandwagon. We're not going to be able to get that. They've tried a couple of times in the past, tried to get on the cell phone bandwagon. Didn't work. Mm-hmm. So they went to the next best thing. They went to the future and said, what's the future? What's past cell phones? And that's virtual reality and augmented reality, XR. So that's Meta's end goal. So them saying, okay, we're not going to focus on Horizon Worlds for VR because we're not seeing what we need to see there. We are seeing good return from Horizon Worlds in mobile. We're seeing a lot of people playing it. So what's the end goal? The end goal is to go out, get lots of people interested in what they're doing there, and hopefully they end up converting them back to virtual reality in a time when people want to get, headsets get lighter, quicker, cheaper, and people want to jump in and have bigger, vaster experiences. And then hopefully we'll have a healthy enough ecosystem for the premium games that they can do everything. Then you can go do your Horizon Worlds in VR. You can go do your social apps in VR. You can go do your free-to-play in VR, and then you can go buy the good premium, gaming experiences, thick gaming experiences that give you lots of gameplay and that have depth. You can go get them too. So that's what they want, and they're just going to go about it a different way to get them in here. The end goal is still the same. The end goal is still the same. It's not changing, and that is to build an ecosystem around XR. whether that's glasses into VR, VR into glasses, it's going to merge at some point. You know, and that's the people too. Well, they're just focusing on AI, Skeeva, and they're both focusing on glasses only. People, glasses and AI and virtual reality are going to be one very soon.
Yes.
It's not one or the other. People need to stop thinking about one or the other. It's not one or the other. It's both. We just got to get to the point where you can do both in the same frame. And we're not that far off. You know, we're already seeing the display glasses. We've already seen Orion, what that's going to be. And that's going to be in a couple of years. What's going to be in 3 or 4 years? We're already seeing even more of that. We're already seeing IMAX come out with a tiny ass headset. What do we see what this next headset from Meta is going to look like? How big is it going to be? You know, what's the Steam? You know, we've already seen the Steam frame. You know, we've already seen big screen beyond. You know, these tiny, small headsets, small screens. We're getting closer, Skeeva, to that point where the glasses and VR and like XR, it's all one thing.
We absolutely are. This without Meta's infusion of all of this hardware and software and money, things would have grown slow as it is, and things are just taking a little bit longer to get there. I think in the 90s when virtuality came out, people thought that it was just going to immediately take off then too. There's a lot of companies that tried to get in, and you know, it's just, this is a slow burn. It's this is hard technology to master. And someday people will put on headsets and the majority won't say I feel motion sick, and we'll know we're there.
Yeah.
We're going to get there. And all of these companies, it's crazy, right? Because like people say, oh, VR is dead. But every year there's still some $1 trillion company that's going to put on another headset. Like, you think Apple got into it just because? No, man,
Right.
this is the beginning, you know? Like they don't want to sit on the sideline and watch this thing grow. It's a slow burn, but it's happening. It's inevitable, and it is what it is. And you know, by the time we get there, the stuff might legit still look like a pair of glasses that's fully immersive. But it's coming, and it's not slowing down. And all of these massive companies aren't doing it just because they got nothing better to do. They see the future. It's coming either way.
I wish I could tell you the shit I saw at CES. I'm under NDA and I cannot. But like literally, we're almost there, guys. Like,
Yeah, there's cool shit coming.
I can't even say who or where, but like what we're talking about right here, the transition of wearing glasses and then doing things in virtual reality or at least augmented reality. But it's, you know, it's very close to the same thing. You know, like, look, if you could do something in augmented reality, it's very easy basically just to take the whole world out of it and put it in virtual reality. It's just it's one smaller step from that point. And we're that close. We're literally that close. We've seen Skeeva lenses that can do that, where you can transition between, you know, like a dark mode to a light mode where you're XR and all of a sudden you're VR in a pair of glasses. Like we've already seen that. We haven't seen it in consumer yet, but it's there. Like this was years ago. We've seen this technology. I can't remember who it was. Was it Magic Leap?
Yeah, Magic Leap had dimmable sections of the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty sick.
Yep. Yep. We're close, guys. We're close. And look, you know, this is, you know, while this is not great, right? This is not great. Losing 10%, that's not good. Like we're not coming in here and saying, oh my God, this is a boom for the industry. It's just a course correction. It's a course correction and a recalibration by Meta and a refocus that will end up, in my opinion, and I think in, you know, both Todd and Skeeva's opinion, they're saying the same thing, that will end up making a healthier ecosystem than we've seen in the last 2.5 to 3 years, where it's been going downhill.
And this isn't the final phase of whatever they're changing. Like this is step one. Like I don't think people should expect this to be the fix for the problems we've been having. But they had to do something. It's not gonna be overnight either, right?
No,
so that's what I mean.
Yeah, what you're saying overnight. Yeah, what we're saying, the good things that are coming out of this are not going to be like, oh, it's going to be a month from now and everything's going to be rosy.
Right.
This is going to take this is what we're talking about, and they know this. It's going to take probably a year. It's going to take a year of going through growing pains of getting this back. You don't put this back together in 10 seconds. Like this takes time. When you're rebuilding an ecosystem that you've damaged for the last 2 years, you have to figure it out. And it's going to take recommitment from developers. It's going to have to take a lot of, you have to get through a lot of skepticism of developers who are like, I'm out. Like, look, I'm out. We're going to have to get them back in. Got to get them back in. We got to get people back in making games that are decent for people to play, and then hopefully we'll still see some kick-ass studios that do an Arkham, Batman Arkham or somewhere along that kind of quality, but on lesser budgets. They're out there.
We need X-Men in VR now.
Vertical Robot did it. They did it. Small team, small budget, made one of the most beautiful VR games I've ever seen. Ever. Magic. They do it Magic. Small team. Tiny team. They can do it. It can be done. Corporate bloat is terrible. Like it will tear companies apart. So you have to be careful, and that's where we were. So that's all we got to say about that, guys. I mean, I think I'm excited for the future. I really am. Flat VR Studios isn't going anywhere. I can tell you that. Skeeva. Impact Reality, we're all in, baby.
Yep. You're damn right.
We're not slowing
We're a
down.
bunch of stubborn people.
You can't tell me I have to quit, damn it.
The one thing that's going to make me quit if I get some guy who's going to give us a 1-star on RoboQuest 6 years from now because there's no more content.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. I'm going to go retire somewhere. Guys, this was a great discussion. I think it was really good to do. Like, I'm glad that we were able to talk through this. There's a lot of people watching now. I hope people watch it later. Think about what we're saying. Like, look, you don't have to be a fan of Meta. There's a lot of things Meta does that we don't like. I don't like. Skeeva doesn't like. Todd doesn't like. A lot of things that they do, I do like that they do, right? Like, companies are companies and none of them is benevolent. They're all a company trying to make money. Take it for what it is and, just understand that, like, beating Meta up just for the sake of beating Meta up is not the right move here. Like, again, if you want to, like, hold them accountable for what happened, but don't kill them for making good decisions in a bad situation. So that's all I'll say. But other than that, I think we got good stuff coming. Waiting for the Steam frame, waiting for a couple of more headsets to come. We got lots of cool things to talk about soon. I'm looking forward to when we can talk more VR positive stuff, which is coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, show next week, Tuesday, committed right now. Signing in for it.
February 3rd, I'm here. Yep.
More Ark Raiders this week. Another 100 hours in for us, all of us this week.
Sounds like a plan.
We definitely should play this weekend, though.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, like, after the fall, we get some time in after the fall. Yeah,
Let's do it.
All right. So next week, back on Tuesday, we'll have some all new topics. Hopefully, there's some really cool stuff. There'll be. I'm guaranteed there'll be stuff we're going to talk about. Guys, I want to hear some more automation. I want to hear some more AI. I want to hear some more robotics. Blow my mind in this stuff. Go find some cool shit.
There's some cool AI shit that's come out in the last week or so that
pretty game-changing stuff.
Skeeva made the mistake of telling me about, so now I can't sleep.
Yeah, stuff we were all like, when's this happening? Well, it's happening.
It happened.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll talk about that next week.
I love nothing more than when I get to sit back and just watch you guys geek out about, like, robotics and AI. My favorite time. I can put my feet up. I'll go get a Di Serono or a
Drambuie
or a Drambuie or whatever. Yeah, amaretto sour with cherries, and just put my feet up. Listen,
I have some more AI glasses coming, so hopefully I'll have those. But I should have had them by now. I had to send them an email and say, "What the fuck?"
Nice,
so
that's awesome.
By next week, I'll have those.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about how Lynx is like, oh wait, the world's falling apart again. Okay, let's put out another headset now.
Oh my God, seriously, what? Like, Stan, come on, man! Like,
come on, Stan.
It's like he waits for, like, the worst time in the world to try and build hardware, and he's like, let's put another headset out. Like, I gotta say, like, if this is real, he did say that. Look, anybody who backed the original.
I was just gonna say, I wasn't sure if you saw that. Yeah,
I did. Anybody who backed the original Kickstarter that did not receive their headset will get a free one of these new headsets. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding anything. I'm guaranteed. There's no way. Like, number one, I've moved since then. I don't see anywhere I can put a new address in, so I don't know how they're going to ship it to me unless they contact.
That's right. You were in New York at the time.
So, like, I don't know how that's going to work, but, like, I mean, look, I don't know.
Eventually, 40 years from now, they'll send it to our kids.
I mean, I want the old one just to put up on my wall somewhere, right? He's got to have, like, an old one sitting around somewhere. Too funny. Oh, Stan. I love Stan, though. Like, at least he's still trying.
He is a good dude.
He's still going at it.
Shit luck, though.
All right, guys, we appreciate you coming out. Let's do a little quick roll call here and we'll get the hell out of here. Let me go all the way back up to the top. There's like 400 million chats in here, but the real Superman 217 we got coming in. Techno Glitch, of course, was here with a good mic this time. He says he promises. Chrome Colossus, Void Citizen was here. Mepper, Corey 2016, Hussein X, Not Sure Brondo, Miss Parzival. Thanks for coming and hanging out. M's Reality, Philosix 11, Bad Robo 82, Solo Galaxy VR, Sweaty Nugget JJ. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming in. We're gonna have to do we're definitely run some Ark. I need to take some of these Ark out. Let's see who else we got. Miss Grey Wolf, Mr. Grey Wolf, Tribe Grey Wolf was here. Lots of conversation back and forth. Stinny 421.
Michelle B.
Michelle B. Nice. Tasselhoff was here a little while ago. I saw that one. Skeeva 007 was commenting in chat. Waleed is now a game cat, specifically $14.99. Okay. I love that name. I think that's everybody. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that were here earlier that I can't see because the chat doesn't go all the way back. The Karam Kid was here in a comment.
Dortimus.
Dortimer's Hobbies was here. Good to see you, Dortimer. Thanks for coming by. Harriet 51 back in action. Love it.
Getting things done, of course.
Oh, Jay Dunn. What's up, dude?
Love me some J Dunn.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. John Lennox was here earlier. Jasmine was in here earlier. I'm trying to go back and remember. There was like a whole bunch of people. We got to figure that out, guys. I wish we could figure out where I can just see like the total chat of everybody that was here. So
there's got to be a way to write a program that just dumps every name into a spreadsheet.
Oh my God. Then I could
if
just
it's already in there, it skips it.
Skeeva, we could use our new friend ClodeBot to do that.
What? All right. New thing for next show. Have this ready.
Maybe we'll do it live on next show.
Okay, we'll do it live. Awesome. All right, guys.
You know who else likes to do it live?
My mom!
5 recorded. She's not shy. She'll do anything.
Not at all.
That's right.
Not shy. Guys, we appreciate you. Thanks for coming out and hanging out for the show. It was a long one, but it was a good one. Watch it backwards. Todd will get it on the podcast platforms. Make sure that happens. Change the name next week. Changing everything. It's going to be all new. It's going to be great. We'll have new topics. Skeeva's getting naked. It's going to be an amazing show next week. And I can't wait to have everybody there hanging out with us. And we're going to do it again. And for Todd and Skeeva, I'm Eric. Good night, everybody.
Welcome to the Reality Bytes podcast.
I went down and visited Skeeva.
And I got to see that maple leaf tattoo on Todd's ass.
Really? He showed you that? He hasn't even showed me that.
Let me smack it.
We've had so many people DMing us and leaving comments on our YouTube videos about how terrible Trombone Champ's going to do and the company's going to go bankrupt. To see it do so well on launch day was just like, you know what? That guy can kiss my ass.
You look, you lose 85 pounds, you shave your beard, you put some glasses on, people are like, oh, it's not even, they don't look like you anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck? Get fat in your beard, damn it.
Like, he's already biased because he didn't get what he wanted. He wanted Alien Isolation. If you want Alien Isolation, asshole, go play Alien Isolation. I very firmly believe that there's many games out there that are ethically great flat games that are absolutely better in VR.